Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Thing Dimension with Noel and Bob Video Games.
Is this a bit?
Chris Wolfhard.
So right ripper it is.
And Dr. Agro.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Here on GigaBoots.
I can't even imagine what cutscenes are going to be like in that game.
I hope it doesn't talk. I hope it just bagawks.
Oh, that would be so... That or they need to give it like the John St. John Duke Nukem voice.
Oh my god.
The digital set has no signal.
Oh no!
It needs to talk exactly like... What's the name of that little chicken from the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons?
I don't actually know.
I don't remember.
I think maybe they just call him Junior?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's the closest they ever got to a name. Chicken Hawk? It was a Chicken Hawk.
Yeah.
So hey everyone, very supportive viewer of the channel, me, sent me a care package some time ago. That was a Sprigatito. And also some coffee. And of the coffee, there was the Mega Man coffee that I tried before and tried to break my grinder. You may have heard me talk about this on prior weeks. But the other day I thought, well, there's the Halo coffee. Have I shown you? Chris Agro? Did I tell you about the Halo coffee?
No.
No.
Okay, let me pull up a picture so that way you and the audience, you can fill your mind with what it could possibly taste like. Because oh man. Anyway, so it is an official Madrina's coffee that is Halo flavored. There was a blueberry one for Mega Man. It is, as they say, it has notes of Mega and blueberry and pie. That's what the Mega Man coffee was. Okay, there we go. So I can pull that up now. Here's the image, okay. And as you can see, there's a Halo one. That's Valhalla Vanilla Bourbon.
That sounds great.
Which has notes of bourbon, vanilla, and caramel. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, what could go wrong there? It's based off a map I don't remember too well, but I'll forgive that.
It tasted like shrimp water. You know when you thaw frozen shrimp? I'm not exaggerating.
Did you put fish in the percolator?
They put fish in the percolator.
They said it was vanilla and bean. Surprise, flood flavor.
I have the most visceral reaction that the only thing that could have been worse is you said it tasted like water that had raw chicken in it.
Oh,
I think that might have tasted better, to be honest. I've never shoved raw chicken in my mouth. I've eaten mildly undercooked chicken, though, and because it's not that it tasted like shrimp. It tasted like the water that comes off of frozen shrimp. So here's the full story. I'm making this coffee. I'm grinding it in my coffee grinder. I'm making it for the AeroPress setting. So it's a very small grind size. Oh, is that coffee, Bob? Are you drinking a coffee as well?
It is coffee, and it's in a Batman Forever cup.
One moment. Can you hold that up again, Bob? I think chat really needs to see. Wow, look, it's so cool.
That is pretty, boss.
That's pretty fucking
It
boss.
is pretty great.
I'm drinking mine out of you know that Irish eatery in Destin that has the Irish wake drink?
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking their parody Godfather jar. They made a jar that has a parody of the Godfather, and it's got like the Irish bearded dude that's their mascot there instead of, the Godfather. Anyways, So I'm grinding it up, and just like the Mega Man coffee, it's starting to destroy my fucking grinder. I can tell the speed it's coming out, which is wrong. So I go, this is the only cup I'm going to be able to make of this shit. It is just barely getting over the finish line. Okay, I'm going to contact Spiff because Spiff was curious too. I was like, Spiff, if you ever want to drink this in a way other than cold brew, you need to get over here because I just ground it and I am making the AeroPress right now. So he comes over. I put his little share in its own mug. I put mine the way I tend to drink these on like a jar full of ice with a little bit of creamer. I try it directly beforehand, though. Spiff says it is the worst coffee he's ever had, and he is correct. It literally tastes like shrimp ice thawed, which we brought up to good supporter of the channel, Dan Bob Dixon. And he points out that's a thing that happens when you extremely over roast coffees. Apparently, you can over roast them to death and it can taste shrimpy. And that's horrifying. I thought this was a one-off experience, and now I have to live with the terror that is this can happen. This isn't a one-time occurrence in the universe.
That's crazy.
So I make the AeroPress one, and it's not great, but I can stomach it. I get it down. I buried it with enough things where it was doable. But my dumb ass, listener, hates wasting food. So the next day, I set the grinder size for cold brew. For anyone who doesn't know how cold brew works, you grind up a shitload, like hundreds of grams, like 100 plus grams of the fucking coffee. You leave it in a giant jug of water, and you just let it sit there for 12 hours. And I do that. And the next morning, I get my fucking mug. I make the coffee the way I do every morning. I get less than half done with this jar of mostly ice and coffee in it. And my body goes, this needs to come back up. And I was like, I was struggling to get through it to begin with as a cold brew because the flavor was so awful. The flavor was so awful. But less than halfway through the jar, it's like, this needs to come back up. And I have never in my life had that experience.
Ugh.
It was so bad, I wouldn't even let Bob try it. I was like, Bob, no. Just no. I dumped out the entire rest of the cold brew. We're throwing those beans away. They're still sitting on my counter so I can look at them and take a picture, but it's in the bag. That is definitely at the point of it's not wasting food. You're protecting yourself.
Right.
That isn't wasting food anymore. This is threat analysis and diffusing. I've never had that experience with a coffee ever. That was horrifying. I literally lived through the fish in the percolator scene in fucking Twin Peaks. That was my first thought after drinking that. I was like, oh my God, it is like the fucking Twin Peaks thing. It's the fish in the percolator. Now I don't need to know what that would taste like. I know. This is awful.
The fish in the percolator might have worked better.
It might have worked better. We don't know. Was it like a raw fish still alive? Was it a dirty fish from the river? Was it scaled? Any number of steps could have made it better than what Spiff and I drank.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no.
So I want to say again, thank you, me, for shipping the Sprigatito. And also the 3 different Madrinas coffees. The Mega Man, I hope, will make a better cold brew than it did as an AeroPress, and my machine can't even grind that. By the way, it's like a $150 grinder before, and it has no problems except for these coated fucking Madrinas coffees. They put a coating on the beans that makes it impossible.
They're clearly doing something weird to those beans.
And you can tell by looking.
You need a mortar and pestle to go at them.
That's true. I'm hoping the Mega Man goes good. I remember when I got the pre-ground Mega Man quite a while ago. It was fine. I realized I needed to embiggen everyone again because we made ourselves smaller for the state of play.
That's true. We are tiny right now.
Yeah, we're working on it.
These fighting game dudes are way bigger than us.
Yeah, Grandpa's gonna come over here and whip our ass. Also, I can go ahead and say, even if the Mega Man Cold Brew is somehow good, we're still not doing great because the powdered, pre-made cold brew powder isn't terrible like the Halo thing, but it's not good. Like, Bob, I'd be curious if you wanted to try that, because here's what it is, and I got a cute shaker cup for this that was Mega Man themed, because this was like a bundle. It's just a powder that comes with the sugar, and you put it in a shaker and shake it with water, and then there's your cold brew, right? It's
like powdered cold brew.
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like
I can't imagine that being good.
It's okay. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's good. It's definitely not quite good. I think I could make a better application of it as a like powder you put on like a dessert or something. Like I think it would work there because it is really sweet. It's just not. It's like almost sickly sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if it has Splenda or something in it, like something that you also would not appreciate as a flavor profile. But yeah, you should try that. It came with a really great Mega Man 8 art shaker cup, which is to say a normal basic bitch shaker cup, but it had Mega Man 8 official art on it. And for people who don't know, I love Mega Man 8. I love Mega Man 8 a lot. You may not know someone who loves Mega Man 8 as much as me. That soundtrack is amazing. I owned it when it came out as a kid, as a tiny little baby child. And that's when I drew. That's the last time I actually drew things a lot. I would draw like the Mega Man characters that were in the anniversary art book that came with it. Like it was a tiny little art book and it had really nice quality like scans of iconic Robot Masters that you can see in the museum on the Saturn version, and I think go by in the credits of the PS1 version. That game's fucking great. I love Mega Man 8. Anyways, even though it's just a basic bitch fucking shaker, it's kind of cute to just have a Mega Man 8 one. So between that and the Sprigatito, this was a great care package. Thank you. It doesn't matter that I drank the coffee that had the fish in the percolator.
Right. You've survived that now. You're past it.
I'm past it. It's fine. It can't hurt me anymore. It can't hurt me anymore. So thank you again, me, for the package. I really appreciate it. And maybe Bob will get to try that powdered Mega Man cold brew himself at some point. Yeah, I'm stronger because of it. I'm better. Now we begin the countdown to when we talk about Romeo's a Dead Man. I'm going to go ahead and throw something in front of it. Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
I've dumped an alleged 17 hours into Fantasy Life I, the girl who stole time.
Oh, do you have repetitive stress injury yet?
I do not. I only tree maxed for a little while. That game, chat, is the most terrifying thing I've ever played. It is the equivalent of Swiss cheese, just full of holes, and each hole is a delightful paradise for you to dump 20 plus hours of your life into. There are like 14 different classes, maybe 16. And some of them are like, oh, these are like harvesting classes. So you can go mine minerals that are lying around everywhere, or chop down trees that are lying around everywhere, or harvest vegetables that are lying around everywhere. Or you can do a crafting class. So you could be an alchemist who can make potions and things. You can be a carpenter who builds furniture. Or you could be a cool warrior. So I chose to be a magician. And holy shit, the magician class is really cool. And as you find these strangelings, they join your team when you allow them to regain their humanity through your deeds on... Bob, let me put it this way. You ready for this? This is the best way to describe this game. And it was really funny because I was streaming this over on No Slam. For people who don't know, that's my solo VTuber channel. Somebody else noticed it too. I didn't say anything about it, but this is exactly how I felt. This is a game with 3 Dondoko Islands, and that's the game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is very much like that.
So
3? That seems like overkill.
Well, see, the thing is, it's the timeline. You can go to the future, past, and present, and go to these different islands and do these different things. And one of those is Ginormosia, which is the gigantic open world they made. So it's like this completely different creature to sink your time into.
And continuing the theme of don't buy games at launch, Noel gets to play the version of that giant continent where the camera isn't constantly angled down.
No!
So you can actually see the horizon.
Fuck you, no way!
Yeah, at launch the camera was like tilted down so you could not like pan up to see what was out in the distance like at all.
Okay, this is really funny, Chris, because I know your ass was asleep when I was streaming, so there's no way you heard me say this. There was an area I hit. It was the shore you go up to with the Yuri couple artist arc. You remember that? Where
vaguely.
Okay, so there's the artist who only likes competing because she has a rival and her rival disappeared. So you need to help her find her rival. Anyways, there's a beautiful shore you go to, but because they wanted to control the camera angle, it does the most insane directly up to directly down camera. And it keeps like changing to that and shoving it around. It's really fucking weird. I was making jokes about how awful that was, that whole segment. I'm like, why is the fucking camera like this? This sucks. God, thank God more of the game isn't like this. And you tell me the entire other continent was? That's insane. But yes, no, I see a lot of chat surprised. Yes, Kikyo and Paulette are definitely a rival Yuri artist couple. And it's funny because the dialogue too is everyone's like, yes, you're just a normal rival and you don't get off on competing with her at all. And there's nothing Yuri about any of this. It's really good. It's really delightful. Yeah, that game's really fucking good. It's really good because Bob, each one of these fucking lives you run, which is what they're called, these classes are called lives, has a skill tree. And you're like, okay, sure, cool, whatever, right? We got this we got the sphere grid. Sure, fine. But you get them for shit like the fucking the woodcutter. So like you get an ability that's like hit square to detect where this weak spot is in the tree. So you're circle strafing the trees to find the weak spot to do your charge hit, which you leveled up and has a crit chance now. And your crit chance does extra damage. And yeah, I fell in that hole for a while out of nowhere. I was doing the normal story of the game and attacking people as a magician, and then I was like, yo, one moment, I got the ability to charge swinging this axe. This is like the best shit I've ever fucking seen.
But what if tree?
What if tree? I need these sugar trees or these sugar palm trees are fucking incredible. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen. It's a fucking tree. Fantasy Li-Fi is great. It has been out for like 9 months. So if you're listening to this and you're like, holy shit, I need this game, literally wait for any sales event. It will definitely be on sale during a sale event. It was almost definitely on sale during the fucking Christmas Steam sales. But I dragged my feet.
If it's on sale now, but you didn't get it on sale because you got it like a week ago.
That wouldn't be funny at all. What are you talking about?
I'm going to go check.
No, don't do that. No. He's still doing it. I asked him not to, and he still is. Anyways, this game is great. I'm really glad that I'm playing this now. My attitude going forward is I'm tackling Game of the Year stuff early and hard. I already got Romeo's a Dead Man. Sadly, I didn't have any time to play Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, but we did get a code from Square Enix, so I get to hit the button.
Game code provided by Square Enix.
Okay. And so look forward to me talking about that next week. Bob, did you secretly play that without telling me?
I did not. Okay. I almost did a few times. Like, I got other things to do.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, anyways, Fantasy Li-Fi is great. I'm going to be streaming more of it over there. I'm going to tank my entire VTubing career in order to chop trees down, so please be excited and please join me.
Incredible.
Yeah. Let's see. What else have I been playing? Well, I honestly been busy with a lot of stuff. I spent most of the last week just dealing with shit in real life and, shopping for clothes. Actually real. Not a joke. And playing that in small bits while just hanging out with people, and then a couple times on stream. That's it. Women do be in fact shopping. It's true. I need clothes, so I had a specific purpose. I had a specific need. I needed a specific style and color of denim jacket to complement a shirt I had already gotten, a sweater I'd already gotten. So I'm going to all these different places. I ended up getting 3. 2 of them were like $10 each. One of them was like 20, I believe. 20, 25. And it works. It works great. But this resulted in me finding the same jacket at Dillard's as it was at this other place. And because it was considered not regular, the jacket at the other place was like $25, maybe 30. At Dillard's, it was $80 fucking dollars.
Oof.
And I was like, oh no, the medium jacket is the one I need. But I got the large at the other place for the fucking $25 or whatever, and it shrank in the load, and then it is now the perfect size. So actually, I win. It worked out perfectly. Ha.
I don't need to follow instructions on the way it says how to wash these.
I will have.
I'm above that.
I will have this one. It said it was fine. I didn't do anything wrong. The sweater I totally did. So now it's slightly too short, and jumping is dangerous, as they say. It is a shame when your wardrobe makes jumping dangerous. But yeah, Dillard's is expensive as hell. The 2. Oh wait, you haven't seen. So one of the sweaters I got and I haven't worn on stream was from the Dillard's, and that's the thing Bob's joking about, where I did not read the instructions correct on that. I read them wrong. You're supposed to lie it flat on a counter or whatever to dry it. You're supposed to lay it flat. I put it in my dryer at the lowest heat possible, and that's how it became the jumping is dangerous sweater. So the denim jacket was to complement that, and now we got it covered. Problem solved. In fact, some might argue I did nothing wrong. But aside from that, yeah, I've just been playing Fantasy Life I and Romeo's Dead Man. Please be excited to hear us talk about Romeo's Dead Man, but we're going to kick that a little bit further down. Hey, Agro, what have you been playing?
I got to play a little bit more Pipistrello.
Fuck yeah!
And the farther I get into the game, 2 things are happening. One, it is becoming increasingly a ball buster.
It's true.
It is, yeah.
And 2, it is really emerging and nurturing a deep and I believe lasting hatred for the DualSense's D-pad.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
There's a reason I use the Mister and the DualShock 4 on PC.
Yeah, that yeah, like I've used the DualSense's D-pad as much as any regular person, I suppose, but I never before noticed that, oh, you can just hold down on this thing and the slightest tilt will do a left or right input.
Mm-hmm.
You made this wrong. It's fantastic. I have to make an admission before this probably comes out in Game of the Year later. I got to Lincoln, that third boss fight, and I just turned the damage off to beat that.
Good for you.
Fuck that little bastard. Will not stand still long enough for the yo-yo to reach him. I'm not here for that shit.
That's so sad. You got rinsed by the kid in the anime club.
It's true.
Look, if you don't know, every anime club got that one. And it's never the one you expect.
Aggro, about it not being the one you expect. I'm wearing khaki shorts and a Hyrule shirt right now. I'm approaching your destination. I'm immune to yo-yos.
Funnily enough, I think the things I had the most trouble with in that game were not even like in the main story. They were all combat rooms that were off the main quest line to get something. Some of those were terrible.
It's really funny. You're in the sewer and it's like, can you solve my riddle in order to get the collectibles? And I'm like, oh, cool. What's your riddle? Go in the center of this room. Your riddle is me getting jumped by 30 guys at once, isn't it? Go in the room. Go in the fucking room. Shut the fuck up and go in the center of the room.
It's so weird how like the combat rooms, one, there are just too many of them. But some of them are like interestingly designed where it's like, I see you've set me a challenge where I have to prioritize enemies and do this and that and figure it out. And some of the combat rooms we are dropping 3 waves of 20 of those RC car fuckers. Fuck you.
I know the one you're talking about. That room's funny. It spawns them in the upper left and upper right? And it's got the narrow
and
passage in the middle.
What do I get for getting through that pile of horseshit? A badge that would have made this fight doable.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. Now that I've taught you the importance of being able to afford medical health care. Oh, you're dead. Shit. Right. Yeah, oops.
That really is how I know that I love this game, because it's doing shit to me that I would not excuse in a lesser game.
Same. 100%.
Because when it sets up those complex multi-mechanic movement puzzles, oh my god, this game fucking sings. Although I did spend 5 minutes in a room just staring at it, thinking, okay, I'll go here and then no. Okay, so I'll throw the yo-yo. No. Okay, so I'll hit this. No? How the fuck am I supposed to? I finally broke down and looked it up. I went to a walkthrough and I got to the room and I'm like, oh, I'm just supposed to come into this room from the other way. I can't get through it from this direction.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to describe it in a way that won't show the game's hand. Aggro. Have you found a pair of houses at the end of a street that you enter the street from the top, and there is a house on the left and a house on the right, and it is in the overworld, and it is in the first area on the left you can go to?
Yeah, the double shrine puzzle.
You got that?
Oh yeah.
I didn't figure that out until the post game.
I guess.
Oh man, no, I saw them and went, oh, this is that shrine.
Yeah, I guess me and Aggro are more pilled on the exact Zelda shrine they would make.
Right.
Yeah, it's that kind of puzzle. You either clock it or you don't.
I'm just like, there's a symmetry here. Cool. And then I thought nothing of it, and I'm like, I must need another ability. It is funny how many different times I'm either right or completely wrong about that in that game. Where it's like, I must need another ability.
Like every time I've gotten stuck, it's been for the dumbest fucking reason, like that room before. Early on, when they give you the wall slam and they're putting you through a few rooms so you can learn it, they're like, here's a key, cross the gap with the key. I must have spent 10 minutes in there because it didn't occur to me that the gap was narrow enough that I could just wall slam across and then throw my yo-yo to grab the key and drag it to me.
You can do bullshit to take the key with you sometimes.
Yeah, you can often just drop it and then the wall slam will pick it up.
That game has some really cool systems in it mechanically with traversal and gathering and moving of objects that let it set up some really brilliant puzzles that I don't see ever basically in Zelda knockoffs. You know? Like the yo-yo bouncing around the room to grab a thing for you to time it, whipping it with the string to then throw it a different direction to get it do a thing while you throw a switch.
Yeah, like a lot of the Zeldas, like they treat jumping like Dark Souls, where it's like, you can do it, it is always a risk, instead of, holy shit, watch this bat fly. I got deep into a water section that I figured out I wasn't supposed to be in because I lacked an ability, but I had the badge that let me hop on water twice, so I was able to cheese my way just far enough in to where I couldn't get back out.
Yeah, I feel like I did that a few times.
I desperately, in my bones, need that yo-yo to have the sword swing arc from 2D Zeldas, where it comes out at the side a little bit. I just need a little hurt box diagonally on my side. I will give you my soul if you just give me that little bit of extra hurt box. Because watching things that are 3 pixels off center, matrix dodge my yo-yo and think, I've got several frames before that comes back. I am going to die.
Yeah, no, it definitely has that
if you
Delta
use the
1 feel.
hold, where it just spins at the end and keeps dealing damage, I think that has a slightly larger hitbox than it just shooting out.
I think it does have just a little bit bigger. It feels like it. I'm
Out
not
at the
sure
end it
if
does,
true.
because it's got the expanded, like when the yo-yo gets to the end of travel, it feels like the hitbox expands a little.
Yeah,
but none of that exists behind it.
it's true.
So yeah, that game continues to be real good. I was gonna play a bunch more of Heartworm today,
Oh,
but I ran into some problems. I turned on that game and my character just started walking in a circle and wouldn't stop. I could pause it. I could open the menu. I turned off. I switched from tank control to modern, and they stopped walking in a circle and just started walking straight. Could not change any controller settings to get it to stop. I eventually just restarted my PC and it went away.
What controller? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was using the game, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I said, it went. I googled it. Apparently, this is a thing that's happening, and the developer, from what I saw, doesn't know why yet.
Oh.
huh.
Damn.
So, like I said, I rebooted the PC and it went away. I'm like, hell yeah! And 20 seconds later, the game started running in slow motion.
Wow. I certainly didn't have any issues like that. I did have the thing where, how do I put this? That game does not have enough graphics options as it pertains to refresh rate and locking things in. So I had to force driver level settings to get it to do what I needed it to do to not just run at hundreds of frames a second or 60.
Yeah.
Because I think it was hitting 700 or 900. Because, the 4090. But yeah, aside from that, I didn't really have any shenanigans.
Yeah, my whole first session, I didn't run in anything, which is why this was so odd.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Like, usually it's startup that's a pain in the ass on PC.
It's always really... I hate every time I have to point at a thing and see, this is why consoles are nice. Because it's never a good situation. And I'm not trying to fucking sit here and victim blame PC gamers or anything. Like, I'm clearly, like, it should be better than this. We all want PC gaming to be a little bit more sane than it is. But Romeo's a Dead Man is also another example. It's like, yeah, the UE5 game, I wouldn't trust that on PC. And more importantly, I definitely wouldn't stream it while playing it on the same PC I'm streaming with. That would, it would be really risky.
Yeah. Especially if you're a VTuber.
Yeah, if you're maybe capturing literally only the game and nothing else, maybe you'll be fine.
You're like, I'm not even a PNG tuber. I have a picture though. This is me.
This is me. I have put. Hey, I've seen that a lot. Sometimes it's really good. You just put the drawing on screen.
But it's like a MySpace avatar. It's 24 by 24.
Oh God.
That's all we can render along with the game.
And it's trilinear upscaled like it's a fucking N64 game. We didn't want it to scale that 24 by 24 too sharply. We wanted it to be soft and pleasing.
So anyway, I spent about an hour fucking with that, and I eventually got all the wrinkles worked out enough to find one of those chessboards you were talking about.
Oh, cool.
Gave it about 4 or 5 tries. Kept getting right to the end of the game and fucking up.
Damn it.
Yeah, so I still haven't been able to dig very far into that one. But what I did get to mess around with earlier today was Aces of Thunder on the PlayStation, the PSVR 2.
Oh shit, that is the oh God, what is it like? Ace Combat, but in PSVR.
Yeah, well, it's Gaijin Games. So here's the thing. I keep hearing that people are very split on this game, and playing it, I have figured out why.
Why is that?
In addition to the menus being a little clunky and a little obtuse, this is not an airplane fighting combat game.
What?
This is a flight sim where you have guns and targets.
Yeah.
It is first and foremost a historically accurate flight sim game. But also people are shooting at you and you need to blow up trains and shit. It is, I mean, you know, like you're in an airplane in VR. That's just great as a baseline.
You know, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, but like this is made by the people who keep getting Discords taken down because people are uploading classified documents to them. And so the mechanical design of the cockpit is so fetishistically detailed, and there's really something magical about the responsiveness and the realism of having to turn this giant Russian bomber plane and feeling the resistance with the yaw as you're trying to turn and looking out and seeing the wing physically flexing and hearing the joints rattle on the plane. It's
oh my God,
meticulously done by the kind of people who are interested in recreating that experience. They didn't make a video game where it's fun to fly a plane and shoot guns. They made a digital recreation of museum pieces and let you use them to murder people.
That's so cool.
It is, but like these are World War I and II planes. So the first thing you'll notice once you get one up off the ground after you figure out how to do that, because the game does not have a tutorial.
Oh, that might be one of the bigger problems.
Yeah, like it's got like a control listing if you figure out how to find it in the menu, which is a piece of paper held in your hand that you navigate with the pointer finger of your other hand. Shh. The first thing you notice is that it does not feel like you're moving fast at all. Until you get right up next to another airplane and you realize, oh, you're both fucking moving, but this game didn't fake the distance or the speed, so it just...
I'm not seeing any biplanes. Are there no biplanes in this?
No, I don't think there are. It's more modern, right? Like, we're not doing vintage.
Well, it's World War I too. I thought.
Yeah, there's World War One. I figured there would be. I honestly, I haven't dug into the roster yet.
Okay.
One thing you can do is just open your cockpit.
Like when you're flying?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why. But there's something real nice about being in VR when the bullets start flying and you realize, oh, these are all like physically tracked and they're hitting your plane in specific places and making it harder to turn because that guy just hit your flaps.
That's awesome.
It hasn't happened to me, but I have heard people just, if you take a stray shot to the dome, you just die. Like, you're in that cockpit, and you are made of flesh.
That's sick.
It is a flight sim first.
This game, did it come out last year, or was this somehow this year?
Yeah, it was this year. This just came out, I think, like last week.
That's what I thought.
Wow.
I just wanted to be sure. Great. I'm glad I don't have to worry about playing it in time for the game of the year we're currently recording.
Yeah.
Thank God.
It was, God, the menus are so bare bones. So it's like, here, do these missions, like blow up or like hunt the trains, or they have really generic names. So I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm like, okay, start mission. And then I'm looking around the cockpit like, okay, what the hell plane am I in? That's Cyrillic, so it's something Russian. All right, let's go.
The fucking Gran Turismo driver wakes up in the car and is like, what am I fucking driving?
What's happening? What kind of race have I entered?
Oh no, I didn't even notice. I'm fucking in a clown car.
I think that's historically accurate to how pilots in World War II were given their missions. That's like some Catch-22 shit, where it's like the guy just wakes up and he just tries to figure out what plane he's in.
The first plane I took up, because you can just like free fly, and okay, that's where the throttle is, and then all right, we're up in the air, and I push the throttle forward. I'm like, yeah, let's see what this, and a message pops up on the screen that says high speed, retract landing gear. Like, okay. I'm reaching around the cockpit, but the only things interactable in the cockpit are throttle, flaps, the stick, and the canopy handle. All of the other instruments you can look at, and with eye tracking, it'll like pop up the name of what it is. Like, this is the altimeter, this is the fuel, and so I'm like, how the fuck do I? So I pull up the menu, and I'm like, which is me holding a clipboard and flipping through the pages, reading the instructions of the plane I'm actively flying.
Fucking Ren
And then I hear the
ass.
crack of one of the landing gears snapping off in the wind shear. Yeah, I have not successfully landed a plane yet. Haven't even tried.
Oh my god.
I assume you're required to do that at the end of a mission.
No, the first mission I did, it was just like heading back to base, and then it did. After a minute, it faded to black.
Just say it was a suicide mission.
Like the first mission, I'm flying a bomber toward a train station, and like there's an AI tail gunner back there, and I guess somebody else is dropping the bombs because after 5 minutes of flying around, it was like, we did it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Mission 1, fly to location, don't get shot down. Check, check.
Makes me think of Sky Odyssey.
Does it?
The landing gear part of this.
Ah.
I was lucky enough to see a streamer play Sky Odyssey for the first time pretty recently. They maybe forgot their landing gear was not extended. They hit the ground.
Well, that's how the process right there.
Right. Where are you on the ground? That was the number one concern. That's the thing with planes. You're really worried if they don't go down. You might just get stuck up in the air forever. That's the threat.
It's always a beautiful moment in VR when you realize you're doing something physically you see people do in movies all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And whipping my head around in the cockpit looking for where the fuck that plane just went. It's a magical experience. I really wish this game would give me a sidearm in the cockpit so I could like lean out and take pot shots at pilots as I pass by.
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
that would be cool.
Very Porco Rosso.
That's how they used to do it. Until they figured out that pistol bullets didn't have the velocity to make it to the other plane.
Incredible.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Okay. Bob, I assume you played things other than Romeo's a Dead Man.
I did play other stuff.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Sure. I played more big hops.
Whoa, those are the hops that are big.
After last week, I was excited to be like, okay, I'm going to see what new areas I can find in this game. So I played a little more of it. And I go to a sewer level. And I'm kind of sad that I'm stuck in a sewer level now.
That's right. That is what's right after the place you were talking about last week.
In the sewer level, the game decides it's time to start randomly crashing. Just completely randomly. I thought it was related to me doing something the first time it crashed, but then it just crashed at random after like 10 minutes in the sewer. I'm like, I can't justify playing this because it'll just crash at random after 15 minutes and I'll lose all of the progress. It was not making checkpoints.
And this was the PS5 version.
Yes, this is on PS5, which it just updated today. Maybe that helps. I don't know.
That's weird. This patch is called the Only Stupid Assholes Trust This Patch and Start Playing the Game Again patch. I wonder what that means.
God.
Well, Bob, you got to play it now. You got to let us know if the patch fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I found, before it crashed, I found another interesting, like, you get throwable objects in that game that do different stuff. Like, one of them is, you show the seed at the wall, and it makes a vine grow up the wall, and you climb on the vine. That sort of thing. And they're kind of all, it feels kind of like Breath of the Wild inspired, like, weird traversal things like you'd see in there. And the latest one I found was, you show it at the wall, and it shoots out these like goo balls. And you can, or like tongue to the goo ball to bounce off of it and then use that to get to new areas.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is neat. And then it crashed instantly.
Crimson Anubis in chat says, I was near the end of the game and had 5 crashes in a row, so I put it down. What version of the game were you playing, Crimson Anubis? Again, I watched Sheepy Hime play through this. 0 crashes. PS5. Okay, so given that,
PS5 version maybe not doing great.
I think the PS5 version may be a little fucked. Masmi says the PC version was fine for her too. And Chris, you played this game as well, and it on PC, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and it was fine.
Yeah, did you play any more of it? Because you've tried it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and that was like 2 or 3 hours, right? That you played it before?
Yeah, too many things started coming out, so it's like, I'll put you off to the side for a second.
Wow.
But other than Big Hops, I did play a few other things.
Okay.
I put a bunch of time into Neo 3.
Chris, did you play Neo 3?
Yes, I did.
Oh, hell yeah.
I played a lot of Neo 3.
Disgusting about we've entered the Neo 3 part of this podcast. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that thing is divided into several different open worlds, so I did literally everything in the first one, which is the Sengoku era. I was playing this, was like, man, this is maybe the first time it feels like an open world action RPG doesn't compromise on being an action game.
Yeah, like, it is like the most action-y one of these because you have a jump.
Mm-hmm. And if you're in ninja mode, you can almost ignore the stamina bar. So it feels a lot less like a Souls game.
You can just go. Mm-hmm. Also, since you have the Guardian, you have these like cooldown moves now that they recharge when you hit things. So they're not like you can't like recharge them by waiting. But those don't cost stamina, and your stamina immediately starts recharging when you use one. So a thing I would do a lot is beat on somebody. Once you can get 2, because you can upgrade like how much of the juice you can store to do these moves. I would use one, and if I accidentally run out of stamina, I can just use one, and that protects me because you instantly start regenerating stamina. And something that staggers, it'll stagger.
Mm-hmm.
Can't save you from a boss all the time because they'll just not care.
Right. I've noticed that most of this game, other than bosses, is pretty easy.
Yeah. Even the bosses feel a lot easier than like Neo 2.
Yeah.
But part of that's because you have so much shit now.
Yeah,
it's like they were like, well, we made all these builds in Neo 2, but people really could only do one. Mm-hmm. So for most people, we wasted all that development time. So in this one, you have everything.
Yeah, no, it's ludicrous.
You have your ninjutsu in ninja mode. You have the weapons in samurai. And they made magic attached to the soul cores that enemies sometimes drop when you kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 1, probably later in the game 2 summons, and then you get between 1 and 5. Demon cores can go in yin or yang position, and in a yang position they give you stat boosts, and you can summon them a certain amount of times. And in yin position they just give you spells. So you have spells, ninjutsu, and samurai stuff. And most things can't deal with you having that much shit you can throw at them.
Right. And that's on top of the thing you were talking about earlier, the special move related to your guardian spirit.
I think it's funny that the demo kind of lies a little bit, I feel like.
How so?
Because the demo area is very open worldy in structure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a big open play. You can look pretty far. There's these points of interest dotted. And then it feels like every area around it is like much more linear and kind of like a more low-key action game level.
Yeah, yes,
especially
in a way,
when you get to that second area, it feels like it gets even more like that.
I usually did not get to play much of anything in that second area, but yeah, you're right. It's a more like narrower than just having a big open area. But
it actually feels like a advance of the way Dark Souls 1 was structured. Like you scale that up a little bit, like the step between Elden Ring and Dark Souls 1 is Neo 3.
Uh-huh. Weirdly enough.
Also, boy, they fucking dump skill points on you if you're exploring.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I need to save them until I can do the missions to get more ninjutsu. And it's like, wait, I have like 20 for both samurai and ninja. I guess I'll just use some.
Yeah, it feels like they do that to encourage you to try like different weapons. You can even refund all of them for different weapons as well. So if you just heavily invest in one, like, I didn't like that, you can take it back.
What weapons are you using, Bob?
Right now I'm using the ninja sword and the katana, which is hilarious. It's like, it's just two katanas, but one's for the ninja and one's for the regular.
Yeah, and one you're holding reverse grip.
Yes, and you have a few different moves from like Ninja Gaiden. It's pretty good.
I think right now I am using an axe and tonfa. I was using ninja swords, but then I got statted out of that ninja sword I had, so I used the tonfa. The axe is really funny because I found a ghost, like one of the evil spirits, that's like, I'll teach you an axe move if you defeat me.
Yeah, they're just random masters sitting around the open world who you just do a cool fight with, and they give you a special move. And that one is just Jam Ghost.
So I got this axe move that's just a golf swing that you can hold the button and charge. And I'm just a total scumbag with it. It's like, okay, I knocked you down with the you're out of stamina, and I do a cinematic thing. While you're getting up, I'm gonna just charge this. And it's going to deal like 80% of your health.
Another cool weapon is they add the staff, basically the lunar rod or the lunar staff from Ninja Gaiden, where it's a 3-section staff, but super weird, and that like it's basically just a spear, and you hit it outward, and like one of the sections spins at the end.
Yeah, it's called the split staff. I think that was a DLC weapon from 2.
I don't think that was in 2, but maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was in 2. Both 1 and 2 had like, here's the DLC where we give you more weapon types.
Yeah, I guess I didn't get all the DLC for 2. Because I remember the fist weapons in 2, but I don't remember this. But people are saying, yeah, it was in 2. God, yeah, there's so many weapons. It's ludicrous. I think, what is it? 6 weapons per class, so six ninja weapons, 6 samurai.
Like samurai has sword, odachi, spear, axe, cestus,
double swords,
and maybe that's it. So maybe it's 6 and 6. It's either 6 and 6 or 7 and 7.
Yeah, it's a ton of weapons. It's like a ludicrous amount of weapons. Which is so funny to be like, yeah, that's the natural thing you expect from Team Ninja, and yet look over at Ninja Gaiden 4, which I know it's not developed by them, but signed off by them. It's like Ryu's got one weapon.
And it's cool. I kind of like the burst counter because when you switch, an enemy will glow red and be like, I'm gonna do a big thing, and you parry it by switching styles as I hit you. So it's really funny to teleport towards them and switch from ninja to samurai, and now I'm going to hit them with the axe.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job of like making them feel really different. Like when you're a samurai, you have absurdly good parries, and you just do way more damage. Like you charge up a special move or a meter that when it's full, whatever the next special move you do, it's just really, really powerful. And that meter filled up by doing the parries, which you have a huge window for. And then the ninja does extra damage when you're behind them, and you have like a enemy step, so you can literally like jump on their head and get over them, and that sort of stuff. It's just goofy. Like these enemies cannot deal with how powerful you are. I wonder if there is going to be like a super hard mode New Game Plus. There usually is something like that with these. You said you got to the next era, right?
Yeah.
Did you get to play much of it?
Yeah, I finished a couple of the areas in it.
Okay. I was really excited when I first unlocked it because you play the whole first area it feels like what Neo normally is of just being that Warring States era.
Yeah.
In just grassy fields and stuff like that. And as soon as you go to Heian period, you're like on a snowy mountain and a Tengu shows up and like, oh, this is good stuff.
And I like the weird little Metroidvania element where certain guardian spirits give you the ability to get past certain obstacles, and there's usually stuff hidden behind them.
Yeah, no, the traversal in this is surprisingly good in general. Like having that double jump feels pretty good to move around these environments. Like they're surprisingly well built out and have things hidden for you if you use the jumps.
Yeah, and while there's like a shocking, like, while I think there's a few too many invisible walls, there's also a lot of spots where there isn't, and you can do some goofy things.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely skipped parts of levels by going, can I make that jump? Okay, I guess I can.
Right. The only thing that
avoided those 8 guys over there.
They do the Elden Ring thing of like, no, you got a double jump, but you fell too far before you double jumped. You double jump, it doesn't matter. You still die.
Yeah, they kind of gotta.
I don't know. I like being able to completely bust your game design with that. It was really funny that the first area you find a cave. And the more I went into it, it's like, this seems familiar. And then at the end of the cave, you fight a boss fight from Neo 1, where in Neo 1, there's no lead up to it at all. You literally boot that boss fight from a menu. And it's the exact same cave. You fight the exact same monster lady. But now she has like a full introduction and stuff, like a whole level leading up to her, which I thought was really cool.
Really funny to me because she was a motherfucker in Neo 1.
Yes.
And in this, I kind of just rolled over her.
Yeah, again, you're just so much more empowered. Like, you have more iframes on your dodges. You have so much more movement options. She can't deal with it. They gave her a couple new moves, and it's not enough.
They also just nerfed her a lot. Because before, when she paralyzed you, she immediately goes into a command grab that takes 80% of your health.
Yeah.
And in this one, she does not do that.
I think she did that to me once, but that is not every time as it was. So you played a little bit of the Heian era. That is, for people who don't know, that's when Genji takes place. I fought giant enemy crabs in the Sengoku period. Have you found any bigger giant enemy crabs?
I've only found the same sized enemy crabs.
Okay.
But I think we might need a new category in Game of the Year just because of this game. Most doomed NPCs. Because while there are story NPCs and sometimes you find masters, there's a lot of little side quests that you get from spirits. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, can you go check on this? And it's like, they're going to be dead. They're always going to be dead. I know that they're always going to be dead.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
Like, you didn't make the capacity for human NPCs to be out in this world beyond very, very limited. Like, whenever you find a master who's actually a guy and not like a malevolent grave, they're like inside the room, the building with the doors you have to push open so it can like separate them from the rest of reality they cannot exist in.
Yes, it's pretty funny. I know something really funny that I don't think anyone's going to connect in this way. So in this game, you meet Naotora E, who is like a famous general from the Sengoku period. And she has a new design for this game, which is only odd because Neo is basically the same universe as like Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden, but in the past. And in Dead or Alive, I think it's 5, they do a crossover, so you see Naotora E from Samurai Warriors.
Oh.
Who's a completely different design and character.
Right, of course.
In that, her story origin is she's just been transported through time to fight in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're back in the past, And this isn't the same person at all.
Right, of course not. That's really funny.
Which I guess was bound to happen with how many different major generals they were using. Eventually, you would just run into her naturally.
Right.
But it's really funny that this has now happened.
Well, do you think it's two timelines that converged on one?
I guess. They're both owned by Koei Tecmo, so now they have to deal with that.
Wouldn't that be funny if the ultimate conclusion of every MCU-like situation is that, oh, there were multiple timelines to begin with, but then an event made all of them canon to each other. So some duplicated ideas, they became invalid. They got invalidated by the other versions of a person.
And we can probably blame the CIA opening that demon gate.
We can probably blame that. I'm there with you. Those stupid assholes. Please look forward to Game of the Year Part 4 on Monday. So, did you have anything else you want to say about Neo 3 before we move on?
I think I'm good. You, Chris?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay. Bob, did you play anything else?
I played one other thing other than Romeo.
Okay, what is it?
Might Raya.
You played the Mighty Ina?
They put out a new demo. It's basically the same demo I played months ago.
Oh.
But that was called what was it? It was some sort of beta thing, like a playtest or something that I was in. For people who don't know, this is made by the people who made Assault Spy, which apparently is someone who worked on Devil May Cry, but we don't know exactly who or which Devil May Cry. And it's them making this weird superhero action game that has a 3D movement, kind of like Zone of the Enders or something like that, where you can move fully in 3D space. Or I guess it can also compare it to like Xenoverse. The main difference in this new demo is they got the chat working. So for people who don't know, this has the conceit of it is a girl is running around next to your main character with a camera and live streaming all of it. So now you see chat from like their stream at the bottom of your screen at all times, and they have Tony Hawk style like, hey, can you do a 3-hit combo? And then they give you a super chat for some money if you do it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no, that's. I thought that was a really good touch. It really adds to the. Oh yeah, we're trying to have a Devil May Cry style style meter, but now you have the chat egging you on to do certain kinds of things. Otherwise, that game is still kind of rough to control. Like it definitely feels goofy, and it's not going to get any better. It comes out in May or something. But I'm still going to buy it. I like Assault Spy, even though it feels a little clunky and weird. This also let me try. They have a loading mini game where your character is running, collecting crystals. You make her jump to collect different crystals. So that was fun that they put in something there. I don't see very many things like that because I guess, loading is not even a huge thing anymore.
Yeah. It's funny because the load times on Romeo is a Dead Man. The load times on Romeo is a Dead Man are such that part of me believes they literally just want the graphic they made to finish popping up because it is really in sync with it perfectly hitting the end of the GIF. It's really weird.
That makes sense.
They're like, we animated a whole pretty picture popping up. You're fucking watching the whole thing.
This is cool. You sit back and you watch.
And I'm like, wow, you loaded this vast, detailed. Anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I can't think of much else to say about this. It's a really neat game. I do suggest trying out this demo because nothing really plays quite like it. And I always appreciate that in an action game. Just try something new and weird. I do wish that this felt a little better, but whatever. I'll take it. And if you like My Hero Academia, it really has that sort of. It feels like it's going directly for that feel.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have Froppy?
It does not have Froppy. The task has failed again.
Why does no one understand? Okay. Chris, did you play anything other than Romeo is a Dead Man?
Yes, I did, because on Saturday I streamed Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2.
Hey.
So that is a game that takes very deep inspiration from basically every big Sony 3D platformer of the PS2 gen. Without as much money. This is very apparent pretty quickly. Firstly, its structure is just bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
You have a really linear, highly scripted intro, which feels like a Ratchet and Clank level.
Okay.
Then you load into the hub, which has a few tutorial missions, and then nothing really of note. It has a couple stores where you can buy equipment that you need. Then you go to the actual hub that gets you to the levels, a bizarre crisscrossing of roads you navigate with a Jeep.
What? Is it? And you can only Jack 2?
And you can only, well, it's much stupider because you can only get out of the Jeep at these like landing bays.
Oh, that's even weirder.
That is the ultimate compromise where they're just like, no, we can't. The loading's too hard. Fuck that.
Yeah, there's a couple points on the map where you go into a tunnel and you just drive in a circle. Because it's like, we can't fucking load. Also, between every level, there's like, no matter how ludicrous it is, because all these levels are outdoors almost, you have the fucking the depressurization chamber of loading. So this game, I would give this game a full point higher, maybe even a 1.5, if you could leave the fucking level from a menu.
No.
Because you can do that. You can do that. But it doesn't take you back to outside the level. It takes you to the position you started the game in the hub.
Oh.
And the hub is basically an unbelievably long road with nothing on it.
God.
Then the town, and then more road, and then you load into the part with the Jeep.
Are you playing a remaster or is this the original?
This is a remaster.
Okay.
So they looked at Mario 64 and went, well, that was the correct decision. Of course, you always want to appear in the central room, no matter where you are in the castle. Except for it's even worse because it's a giant, bland, road-filled open world. That's wild.
You're no longer collecting things. This is not a collectathon.
What the fuck?
It gives you Jack 2-esque missions that you have to go do. And some of those are gated by money because you need specific boomerangs or keys to these specific vehicles that will allow you to use them in the level. At least it tells you before you go to the mission in your mission screen. It's like, you'll need this.
So is there a lot of different vehicles then?
There are 3 like mechs, which are basically like Mega Man X ride armors. There's one that just punches, and it punches like as fast as you can hit the button, and you can also punch while running full speed. So you just mash the button while running through everything, and it all falls down and dies. And in the one boss you have to do in that mech fight, the gimmick is she regenerates forever because you can just rinse her. So you have to go to these turrets and blow up the things, letting her regenerate. Then there's like a one that puts out fires and can go under lava and swim. And then there's a third one that is a forklift. It moves unbelievably slowly, and it can lift heavy objects. Carry this thing from one end of the map to the other.
Of course. That's all you can do with that. That's mean.
There's also
become the washing machine, Banjo.
there's also a helicopter mini game where you pick things up with like a. It's not like a crane arm you control. There's just a hook swinging from your helicopter, and you have to swing it into an object. And
I see, just like Jetpack Cat.
And it's like almost as isometric because you're not really controlling the height of the helicopter. Like you are a little bit, but you're not really like piloting a helicopter like you would in other games. And there's like 8 of those in the game. There's a bunch. They get the whole animal with that helicopter mini game. A couple of times they're like, you got in the submarine and the submarine has a hook. It's the same fucking mini game, but you're underwater.
It's incredible.
And this pisses me off. I got enough money to buy the ultimate boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it right before the final level. I'm like, oh, we're going to rinse these guys. I can throw as many as I want. They explode when I throw them. The last level and final boss for a vehicle segment. They give you a black version of your original mech that has a bunch of guns on it. And that's also what you fight the final boss in.
I gotta ask, did the first game have mechs and shit? Right?
No.
Okay.
No, it was much more.
Sounds like wildly unexpected.
This is very much like shifting to the Jack 2.
Yeah,
format.
I showed up for your fucking stream and saw you doing the mech battle, shooting rockets and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did they Jack 2 this shit?
This game had some problems during development. Time travel was supposed to be a part of it. It is not a part of it. So now you just go to certain levels and there are fucking dinosaurs. And there's an entire class of enemy that it was obviously supposed to be the prehistoric version of the enemies that the bad guy normally has. But now they're uber lizards that he made by making lizards warm-blooded by stealing the trait of warm-bloodedness from a mammal. So he like puts a mammal into the roboticizing pod, but it just makes them cold-blooded and makes the lizard he puts under it warm-blooded. And this somehow makes them a gigantic 15-foot tall titan that is immune to normal weapons.
What?
That doesn't make an ounce of fucking sense.
That's incredible.
A bunch of the missions in the early game are combat rooms. They're just like, you go there and it's like, hey Ty, go in here to test my new training regimen. It's just a bunch of fucking enemies that you have to fight. I do think it's funny that they're like, they have to write an excuse for why you can't just go beat the main villain's teeth in.
Mm-hmm.
And that excuse is he started his own country and now has diplomatic immunity, so you cannot just go arrest him again.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Was that Lethal Weapon? I can't remember.
Yes. I don't know which one though. I've literally seen none of them, but I'm pretty sure that's one of them.
I think it's 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's the first. So it's either. Oh God, they only made 3, right?
I think they made 4, right?
They made 4. I know the sound Lethal Weapon.
What's
4
fucked up is
existed.
it's less that I remember which of those movies that is, and I remembered the reference Peter Griffin made to it in a song.
Don't admit that. I don't.
It's got to be, because it's just like the bad guy in Lethal Weapon 2. I have diplomatic immunity, so Hammer, you can't sue. Can't touch this.
So yeah, I think it's probably at least like a notch worse than the first game. And from what everybody was telling me is like, yeah, the reason they didn't bother porting the remaster of 3 off PC to console is like it's even more compromised.
Oh.
And somebody was like, yeah, hope you like vehicle segments even more than 2.
What? No, stop.
No.
Look, we got to get this fucking game out the door. It's got to come out. So while I didn't hate it, it sure does, like, you can, because it has decent game feel, like, it feels fine to play, and if it... Yeah, why is Noelle invisible?
She's real tiny.
Oh.
Sorry to go by. There she goes again. Jeez. Okay.
So I guess I should say what I'm streaming on Saturday. On Saturday, we're going to do something dangerous.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
I'm going to try to play Wonderful 101 on console.
Ooh. Be the guinea
We'll see
pig.
how many times it crashes, because I've heard it is very prone to crashing. But hey, it's been like 4 years. Maybe they patched it until it does, so it doesn't constantly crash.
Sure.
Before anybody asks, I will not be showing you all of the fail states for the QTEs. While those are very funny that they made a unique fail state for every single one in the game, sitting and waiting for 30 seconds 8 times a level is bad for a stream.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to YouTube. It's very easy and watch all of them on YouTube. Also, it's just not fun to do.
Yeah, no, I on one of the more recent playthroughs I tried to watch all of them. I'm like, oh, this is miserable.
Also, I get it doesn't matter, especially on a stream playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
But when I get a plastic at the end of every single mission, like I don't get bronze even, or stone, I get fucking plastic.
Uh-huh.
That feels bad and makes me feel bad as a person that I got the lowest possible rank on every single level because every QTE fail counts as death.
Yeah, which is something that Kami has been doing for way too long. It's not funny, man. Don't do it.
So this will also be the unofficial beginning of a stream series that will happen intermittently called Was Chris Wrong? Where he plays a game he liked or didn't like and finds out whether or not he was wrong.
Oh, that sounds great.
Because I remember liking Wonderful 101 quite a lot.
Uh-huh.
We'll see if that holds up. And also it'll be nice to show it to our community because nobody fucking played that game. It's on the Wii U.
Yep.
Right.
It's true.
And
Bob,
it has a name that made people think it was a shovelware collection of games.
I do wonder if that happened.
Oh, it did. I ran into that in person.
I was gonna say Bob would know. He worked at GameStop. That's oh boy. I realized something about my model.
Yeah.
That I would like to show this off real quick. I can't crouch walk. I do this.
Oh, weird. Goodbye.
I don't know why that's like that. It's weird. We need to talk about Romeo's Dead Man.
Yes.
Aggro, did you somehow also play Romeo's Dead Man?
I did not, as a matter of fact.
Chris, how much of Romeo's Dead Man did you play hours-wise, estimate?
I played up until right before I'm going into what I believe to be the first non-tutorial boss.
Okay. I see. Bob, how far did you get?
I played for, I think, 2.5 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Thereabout.
Okay. So
I need to give everybody a warning about this game. It doesn't auto-save for shit.
interesting.
You know, there's a save button.
Yeah, there's a
There's a save button. It does have an auto save, but I put my PS5 into sleep mode.
Oh
no.
And it decided it should turn off. So I lost about 20 minutes of progress in the stage I was doing because the autosave is like the first time you come into the stage. I presume if you go back to the hub and then come back, it will save again, but it saves when you load into the area.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say, if you are listening to this and you're just listening to see, oh, should I get this game? Is this the Suda game I want? Like, you know what a Suda game is? The Suda 51 game? You've played those before? And you're like, oh, is this one of those? Yeah, don't worry. It's a Suda 51 game. It's $50 and it's a Suda 51 game. If you do the Costco thing, you could get it for $45. If you got it on PC, same deal. It's a UE5 game, though, so maybe get it on the console if you got a console. Okay. We are going to talk about the opening and other things. So if you were going to get this and you just want to hear, is it that? It is that. Go get it. Don't let us spoil the opening. This motherfucking game is so stroke-inducing as it does 3 backstory intros in a row through motion graphic comics. And I'm like, how did these line up? Why didn't we tell these in order? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and actually the funniest part to me is the trailer they put out, I think a year ago, is a more concise opening than the game has.
No doubt.
And you never actually see it.
Yeah. I think the game is getting off on it. There's no way it's not. Yeah. It is having a fun fucking time.
At the same time, that's not the first time they've done this. They did that with No More Here's 1.
Yes.
I love that opening. Like, yes, Suda, give me all your bizarre fucking lore in these really kind of gorgeously illustrated comic panels.
So to get Aggro up to speed, your guy's name is Romeo. Your crop.
Is there anything he must do?
We'll get to that.
His name's Romeo Stargazer, which is a great fucking name.
Fuck yeah.
He's a cop in Pennsylvania, and he's talking about how the conspiracy theories that the president of the United States of America is run by a 5th generation AI. As he's explaining this to his cop buddy, and they're driving down the road, they see someone standing in the road, stop the car, and it turns out to be a mutant glitch time-space zombie that eats half of his fucking face off. And I mean, very cleanly half of his fucking face off. Then his grandfather, who's a great inventor, it's literally a Rick and Morty situation, but he's so much more medicated.
Yes, but it's a Doc Brown situation.
He's way less medicated than Doc Brown. That dude.
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
I feel like even a little.
He shows up and he's like, you're going to die in 15 seconds. Anyways, I got this thing. It's going to bring you back to life. You're going to be okay. And your guy starts going, am I going to be okay? And he's like, yeah, you've got 5 seconds. It's okay. I'm just going to shove this giant fucking needle in your eyeball and it'll keep you from dying. And your head explodes into a robotic, giant, ring-filled, fucked up Kamen Rider design. It is kind of incredible. Yeah.
Dope.
It's kind of fucking hilarious. And then the game's like, we should explain things. And it does this like 2 to 3 times in a way that's so jumpy and fucking weird through motion comics. And they explain a girl that Romeo really liked and fell in love with in the motion comic is a girl that exists in every timeline called Juliet. And maybe your grandfather fucked up the space-time continuum with his attempt to time travel. And now she's basically an extinction entity terrorizing all the dimensions. And when you find her, she becomes giant, horrible monsters a lot of the time.
Yeah, and then you have to investigate her at the behest of the Space FBI, which is trying to put reality back together.
Yeah.
Is that actually what they're called?
Yes!
They're called the Space-Time FBI.
Yes!
God, he's so smart.
The giant fucking spaceship you travel through space in just a giant obnoxious green text that says FBI. Your fucking shins now have giant neon lettering that says FBI. They have the dumbest jokes in the world. There's your CO, which is, I believe, the deputy director.
Yes.
He keeps calling you Romeo, and then he goes, "Oh, sorry, dead man." Every fucking sentence he says to you,
every sentence somehow he gets that in.
All the FBI agents are really great. There's one that's just a humanoid body with a cat, like a cat's head, like a full-scale cat's head.
There's one that's a melting ghoul trapped in a hell painting.
There's one that seems to be an AI. The nurse has the greatest name I've ever seen in a game. She's Agent Worst Pink. Like that's her surname is Worst Pink.
And you can play what do they call it? A dungeon quiz that's trying to date her.
Oh shit. That's
yes,
awesome.
And she like turns into like an 80s anime style to do it.
Oh my god.
The fucking stat upgrade system in this game is you get a currency that you can pump into a machine that is not Pac-Man, but a maze game they made in the boom of Pac-Man. And the amount of juice you shove into it is how far you can travel picking up pickups to extend your health. And you can jam L2 to rewind it and get the energy source back to draw a different route to get different things. Also, for people who are Suda fans, Midori Kawa is in this, but she is called Green River, and I laughed my ass off. I was like, wait, bitch, I see you. Green? You couldn't even come up with a better alias?
Yeah, she called herself Midori like a little later.
It's so funny. I'm like, hey, wait, I see you.
And one of the other characters literally turns into a menu from Silvercase.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd never even played that game, but those menus are super recognizable.
You can see that shit from space. Anyways, this was great. It's already worth $50. I've barely done anything in it. A part of the ship, you grow, they call them rottens. And it's like, this concept hasn't even been introduced to me, but they're like, you can grow rottens here. They're called bastards. We grow bastards. You plant the bastards in the ground, and then you can spend a currency to speed up the 10 whole minutes you have to wait for them to grow, or you can just walk away for 10 minutes and come back. And then when they grow up, they become like a weird, like, Bob, you would have more experience with me. This is basically when I dropped off because I ran out of fucking time. They're like an in-combat summon, right?
Yeah.
I haven't used one yet. I don't. Okay, they're all on cooldown. I thought they would just went away.
Yeah, see, that's what I figured. I figured they were literally the No More Heroes 3 thing, where it's like the different hold R1, bash a button, you do a cool.
Yeah, basically are that. Like I have one that says her, I have one that runs at the enemy, blows up.
I got one more mechanic to that. You get bastard fusion, like fucking SMT. And it levels one up, and all they do is they fight in an MMA cage, and one of them wins and levels up.
Yeah, instantly.
I don't know if it can change what kind it is.
It always says, because you get to select which one's going to be the one that levels up.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then it's like, oh yeah, that guy has a 99% chance of winning, the other has a 1% chance of winning. They just gets eaten immediately.
That's awesome. Oh man. This game.
The worst part of that mini game, though, is how long you have, because then you get a seed and you have to plant that and then do the animation of pulling it up again. And it just takes forever.
It's also worth noting the game is Unreal Engine 5. It is combat-wise and everything else like a 3D action game, but your spaceship is like 2D pixel art. Like, think a JRPG from the SNES almost. That's kind of what it looks like. So Suda has unmedicated ADHD. That's that's all. It's really neat. I still haven't looked up footage of how this looks on a PS5 regular. I need to know.
I assume most of you have seen the death animation, right?
I have not died yet.
No, yeah, I think you died. Like I died in the very opening, but I don't remember much of an animation there. Because I was so new to the game.
I don't want to spoil it. Then it's probably my favorite thing in the game.
Holy shit!
I came close because I don't know if either of you have fought the little motherfuckers that run along the ground on all fours.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can just decide to piss everywhere, and every single droplet deals damage to you, so you can have your health shredded real fast.
Yeah, no, the first time I ran to those, I killed them like instantly, and then a few times later, it's like, what's happening? I'm just dead. And it's like, oh, they planted bombs everywhere, and the bombs look like the pickups that are on the ground anyway, because there's a lot of like little goo on the ground that could heal you. So I was running to them, and they killed me.
So the reason I'm trying to look up footage of a PS5 regular version of this is this game spews particles and light beams and all sorts of shit like crazy.
Yes.
And there is a grittiness I'm seeing on the Pro that looks like a weird implementation of Pisser. And given other artifacts that match up with how Silent Hill F looked when you whip the camera around, I think this is just UE5 plus Pisser going on here. But I don't actually know. And it may just be how it looks on PS5 normal in general.
It looks really bad. Honestly, it's one of the most UE5 looking goo games I've played.
Okay, so is it a goo or is there like a grit and striation to it? Do you see like hard pixely garbage?
I think it is mostly hard pixely garbage. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say like it looks very strange. There's no ghosting on my version, so that's good. But it is a noisy, gritty, coarse-looking video game.
Like, and they like putting so many effects as you're hitting dudes. It's like, dude, the whole screen is mush. I can't play the game very well now.
Yeah,
I'm really glad I set this to normal. If I played this to hard, it would be unbeatable.
This game literally is just covering the screen. This is the screen is covered in visual effects I've ever fucking seen in my life. Ever. Like, it's just everywhere. There's blood, there's particles coming off your laser sword, there's your laser sword. It's everything. And so, yeah, I don't even know if I would play this on a harder difficulty. The funny thing is the difficulty selection is really cute.
Yes.
It's a chocolate box. And they have 3 different chocolates and then a slot for a 4th chocolate. And they describe like the normal mode as a well-balanced chocolate taste. And then the hard mode is like an orange citrus chocolate. They have like the flavor text. But that tells you
they're like
hard
you
mode.
can't take back the chocolate after you choose it. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not choosing hard mode.
Yep. Nope. That's exactly what I did too. This game is absolutely delightful from the angle of the presentation, the funniness of the story, all the different gameplay types, and etc. I'm really excited to play more of it. I'm having a great time. Holy shit, they really just got a bomb-ass song and ran the whole thing with a fucking... Oh, what is it called? Spiral... The thing where you look into the scope and it has the quadruple or quintupled visual imagery and you turn it to slowly change how it looks. Kaleidoscope. It's got like this kaleidoscopic visualizer intro along with a bomb-ass song, and it really rules. I was like, man, why is he the only one doing this? We spend so much money on games, and you assholes can't get a really great song to play with credits and a neat visual. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating. Like this has a lot of good music like that, and it's like, man, we need more of this. Oh yeah, and something else. For someone coming off from No More Heroes 3, this game has stages. It's not just a terrible open world with a bunch of combat rooms.
With a cool room you go to fight the enemies.
Right. So that's relieving. After No More Heroes 3, I was worried that was all we were ever getting.
No, I wasn't worried about that because that's a trademark No More Heroes thing. That's the identity of that franchise. His other games don't all have giant open worlds that are low budget, you know?
But the first 2 No More Hero games they have real levels along with the open world. And then the third one's the only one's like, no, we got rid of those. We don't need that.
We had a very tiny bit of real level.
I think it's really interesting how much this feels like the biggest, like, 8-car pileup of all of Suda's stuff, because the bastards are very reminiscent of the zombies from Lollipop Chainsaw. The name Juliet is even from that. You have like the character portraits and stuff are very like Silver Casey. And then you have like the No More Heroes angle, and a lot of the main character's design is very much like a lot of shit in Killer is Dead.
Yeah, no.
Like the Dead Gear has a very similar design to the I forget what the arm is called in Killer is Dead.
Yeah, I don't know. But then a lot of stuff explodes into the particles and reforms like in Killer 7 too.
And you engage with these mysterious floating TVs.
Yeah, which is really fucking great. I love the man making his tea, talking to us through the TV. That shit rules. God, I love Suda. This shit's awesome. We forgot to mention, Aggro, that at some point your grandfather died. They explained it in a motion graphic cutscene. And your guy is really sad about that, but it's okay because he imbued a security system with his brain in it on your jacket. So the back of your jacket is your grandfather in a fucking anime style just talking the whole time. And he's like, oh, this is a big enemy. We're going to have to do this. And I'm like, that's so fucking brilliant. Of course you would put it on the back. So you're just always staring at this dipshit grandpa.
You can't just make shit like that, because then other video games look dumb and pointless and boring.
It's been said many times about Suda's work.
One thing we gotta take away like generic zombie MEs from Suda. This is awful. Those are awful. It's like everything else is so visually interesting, and then I'm in literally a UE asset store mall fighting zombies.
Part of me thinks that's like a really fun and entertaining part of Suda doing this. Is that he's just like, isn't it cool? I found these on the store. There's no parrying in this game. I guess we should have covered this up front. Suda thinks it's very important to let everyone know.
It's really funny because I actually got a one of the summons.
That
gives you an instant shield sort of thing that is kind of like a parry. But it's only like it's on a huge cooldown because it's one of those.
You know, sometimes parries are on huge cooldowns.
I guess
sometimes, but this isn't a parry. He told me.
Yeah, he did say that. It's not a parry. That's for sure.
Suda wouldn't lie. Suda wouldn't lie. But yeah, this game's great. I've already enjoyed my $45 worth. This man's so good. Again, I would really love to see what happens if you gave him too much money on a Sony AAA scale.
Yeah, no, that'd be incredible. Because there's many things about this. Like, man, I wish that your games felt better, but at least you have all this style that it gushes that makes it worth going through. But it is really like, oh man, like if I could like move and hit and that felt smooth, that'd be great.
Meanwhile, I'm like, wow, this still feels better than 99% of Western action games ever made.
I mean, it's true. That's not a very high bar. Western action games
Sadly, they should really get their shit together a little bit more than they have.
Yeah. I feel like Western action games I've enjoyed the combat in is God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's probably about the extent of it.
Yeah,
from my part as well.
But yeah, no, absolutely delightful time. I'm very excited to play it. I feel like this might be a spoiler cast we do.
It feels like it should be, yeah. Because there's going to be a lot.
Because again,
there's already stuff that happens. Like, I'm not going to spoil that here.
Right? Yeah. Even the opening itself is just like, for example, this happens, listener, like 19 minutes into the game. But again, it's a very dense, action-packed 19 minutes of insane garbage. You run up on the first Juliet that you personally encounter in the game, and she seems so normal that Romeo's like, "Are you sure you're an enemy?" She's like, "What? Do I not give off menacing enemy vibes? Like, is that what you're expecting here?" He's like, you don't seem like a monster who's gonna attack me." And she just has this whole conversation of like, you seem to expect like a generic stereotypical like, oh, I'm the dangerous aura, ooh, and then she rips off her head, slam dunks it into a bonfire she was next to, and becomes a gigantic 400 what would you say 100-foot tall monster. It was just really
like
fucking
three-story
cool.
Tall, something like that.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Her ripping her head off and throwing it in the fire, and I'm like, oh cool, what does that do? Nothing. Literally nothing. She just burned her head. Oh,
yeah, no, she has no head and is giant. Can you believe that?
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
I sure hope, because I've done the first 2 boss fights now. Yeah. I'm like, man, I hope that whatever comes next isn't not gigantic.
I feel like inevitably something will not be gigantic. But what if they were all gigantic but 2 people?
Yeah, Killer is Dead had a lot of big shit as well, but then it had a couple, their guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need to play Shoe Killer is Dead eventually.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
I think you're gonna, based on what they said this week, you might have a perfect opportunity to do that later this year.
That would be the most logical one to remaster.
It would.
It's the only one left.
What are you talking about? Liberation Maiden is right there.
Us.
Is that a Suda game?
I think it is, yeah.
Also, like, could we get Killer 7 on consoles again? Because it went from the
No.
GameCube
Yeah, I would
to
like
PC something like 12 years later, and it's like, guys,
Didn't he say so? I mean, they did that, so I can't imagine Capcom is being dicks about it.
Yeah, no, it's not that Capcom's dicks about it, but I feel like they're nervous that they'll make any of their money back because they haven't done another port to anything other than PC in 9 years. Anyway, did anyone else have anything else they wanted to say about Romeo's a Dead Man?
Hey, a lot of the presentation outside the levels is obviously a lot less expensive than the presentation in any other game.
Uh-huh.
But they used that as a strength instead of just making a really cheap looking, instead of trying and failing to do normal game presentation with the no money they had. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned from such things.
Yeah, if only we had a time machine and could let the people who were making Unknown 9 Awakening know about this technology. They wouldn't have to figure out the lighting and cutscenes. That was the point where you were all supposed to go like, yeah, we could have really improved that game.
Yeah, anyone cares about that game.
Chat, you remember our great sacrifice on that day when we played that game for several hours and went, I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm so glad that game completely glitched out and got us stuck.
Yeah. I think that will probably be the only game to ever defeat you.
Where we were
which
just
might be the most condemnation of anything ever. It's like, there is no value. You finished X-Blades.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so easy in comparison.
You finished Earthworm Jim 3D.
Yeah.
You finished Sonic Chronicles, but Unknown 9 Awakening.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, it's just too shitty.
Every person in chat is just miserable as it's like the most fucking awful, boring dog shit game, and we knew the entire plot from the first hour of playing it. It's so trite. It is so tropey.
I'm still not entirely convinced that my theory that somebody made this game in 7th gen and buried it in a jar isn't correct.
It's a really bad jar. That we got God, that pirate game, Captain Bloodout, way better.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
it preserved way better than this.
That jar was sealed correctly, and this jar was not. That was fermented with delicious flavors. Unknown 9 was not. Unknown 9 was the shrimp juice coffee of 7th gen video games. Bob, it sounded like you had one more thing you wanted to say about Romeo's Dead Man.
I'm trying to replace it. Let's see.
Okay, well, while you're thinking of that, check this out, Chad. I'm going to do the hand tracking is really hard.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's rough.
I got to back off a bit, and then I can go.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
The only important thing you want to do with hand tracking is the Mr. Beast. Just that's it. That's the only thing it's good for.
But yeah, I cannot remember.
I love when you're.
Oh, right. It's already got budget mentioned on the year on lockdown because you literally go to a cube dimension.
Yeah, which is
and
really...
that's been half of every level I've played.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's funny as hell. I'm glad we already have a strong nominee.
Yeah.
This game is the game that made me go, oh shit, we got to get the fucking document for next year going now.
It's super weird that you can buy like every weapon immediately. Like as soon as they unlock the shop, just all the guns and sword or in melee weapons are there.
Well, we have 4 of each. There may be more, hopefully.
There might be more, but when I bought all of them, it gave me a trophy for getting all the weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, so
$50, huh?
$50.
Cheaper than No More Heroes 3? Actually, I don't know. That may have also been $50.
I think it was 60, but I don't know anymore. 60? Yeah.
I think it was cheaper when it hit PS5. I think.
Maybe. Probably by the time I got to there.
Yeah. Anyway, this seems like another game I may get multiple copies of. I do want to see how it is on PC. It would be cool if I could get a code for that, but I don't send emails for codes ever.
Yeah, your PC might be the only thing that can make it run.
It will run, and it will run at high frame rates, but it will also occasionally take these really cool breaks, I bet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I bet that's incredibly likely.
You gotta take a breather sometimes, you know how it is.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it was $60 on Switch, $50 on PS5. That's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is why I instantly went, yeah, I need that. Okay. That's everything we've been playing. Bob and I are going to be playing. You're okay with committing to the stream tomorrow, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Bob and I are going to be playing Castlevania 64. I've never beaten this game. This is Avenging My Youth. We're finally doing it. I'm finally.
I believe I beat it back in the day using cheat codes because I was very, very, very upset.
Is the other one a different game or a weird enhanced version of the first game?
It's actually a different game content-wise, but mostly the same game.
Yeah, so imagine someone strapped a new beginning on the Castlevania 64.
But also removed stuff from the original.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm so excited for the Nitro prediction.
Yeah, no, we need to do that. We'll have to figure out, I guess, on stream if we're going to be playing as Reinhardt or Carrie.
Yeah, we haven't had a conversation about that yet, but yeah, we should figure that out. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. Extremely excited for that. What else? No, that's it. I may be streaming Fantasy Life I over on the No Slam side channel over the next week. I better be. I want to be. That game's so fucking fun, and it has such great characters, and everything's cute, and it does that thing I talk about all the time where it's like, I don't need your fidelity to be higher, dumbass. I need your resolution to look clean, and for you to run at 60, and then it does that, and then I clap like a fucking seal. That's all I ever wanted.
Yup.
Yeah. You know what else I want? Platonic.
What do you want?
Parentheses, platonic. The Podlords.
Oh, no!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Lords?
I'm sure they're around here somewhere.
Well.
You see that thing where it's like, how does it feel being an actor who's done all these movies, but the thing everyone knows you for is carrying a skateboard and saying, hello, fellow kids, because of the meme. And then the actor was like, I was carrying 2 skateboards.
And he was.
It was incredible.
Buscemi gets it. You don't think they realized that anecdote was to stall, right?
No, of course not. You always just bring up random things from the internet.
I do!
Especially during the podcast or Podlord segment.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not then, but you know. Yes, that's right. It's the Podlords. Podlords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro. Rado also goes by Cassandra now. Happy for you. They were bragging about getting programmer socks earlier in channel. It's like, God damn it. Well, I was drawn with them first, so that's fine. WTF, Spider-Man. Mr. I Like Spam, Muckbun. Whenever I send a thumbs up emoji in a work chat, I think of him. Chris C is very behind on podcasts. Man, they have even more time until they find out about the Podlord before them. Cooper Tank. Just finished catching up on it with every mainline Yakuza. Wonder how the Yakuza fan base is doing. Oh, no.
Oh no, man! I really hope that just sells fucking nothing and they throw somebody out of the company. I do not understand. When you go, well, he's a sexual predator, but he's playing a sexual predator, so it's perfect that we hired that guy.
Yeah. No, that's.
We removed the side quest where Kiryu accepts a trans woman. We took that out.
Well, yeah, because we had to cut 85 side quests.
God.
What's the fucking point?
What is the fucking point?
I don't know.
Kiwami 1 and 2 had problems, but they kept most of the content. This seems like it removed almost all of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a game every year, asshole.
And this series is so built on the backs of fans, like really hardcore dedicated fans. I think this could easily backfire and destroy them.
Oh yeah. Unless there's a spot like a run back that is suitably sincere, I bet this kneecaps the franchise in America, in the Western territories.
Right.
Well, actually, it'll probably kneecap it in Japan too, because they're not any fucking better. They're not any fucking happier about this.
Indigo Sykes. Sony podcast admin when AI Parappa starts talking about the car door again.
I don't want to know.
Brandon Hanabarger.
I see.
Shinji16 really wishes folks would check out the demo for Neuron Activation, a multitasking stress test with arcade scoring.
One day that will survive in my brain all the way through the podcast, and I'll remember to do that.
No, a raccoon still having PC issues, so he's just gonna hope the state of play is good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good.
Sarah Lene, Timothy Fister. Gentlemen, behold! A book that has lost all practical value! The maps are so detailed.
Strategy guide. That's incredible.
I feel like the second half of that joke is
Jesus.
I feel like the second half of that joke is going, or in other words, a book.
Oh, Jesus. God. Bearded Joe. More Grand Blue Relink is the best news so far this year. 2,000 more hours with friends incoming. I assume the pick is unrelated. No, that's the scribble.
Yeah,
they're trapped with Excel core, the hyperbolic touch.
That's how you get strong. They better add him a buff. That little thing is one of the new characters.
Oh, that would be good. They better do it. Pleochrome. Happy Black History Month is the most I've been shot in the gut opening possible to a Podlord. And man, did the image not disappoint. Did you know that George Washington Carveria made the bout arc on a budget of peanuts? You, Podlord.
Podlord, now put something in your mouth so you don't swallow your tongue. Lay on the floor. We're sending somebody to come help right now because this is evidence of a problem.
That is a long walk around the block. I'm honestly pretty impressed.
I'm just glad that it didn't open with that and then it was somehow about George Floyd become human.
Oh God, they did that last year.
Thank God they didn't announce that. I couldn't deal with Clancy Brown Caria.
Jesus Christ. Apple Gothic finished Kirby's Adventure for the NES for the first time. That final boss goes hard, but level 7 is rough.
That game's like an NES game from another planet. It's incredible.
I was there. Somehow, I was even there for the microtransactions. I even needed the Benz. Jesus Christ.
He really did. He was like, hey man, you do a lot of sex crimes over there at Rockstar. I can't believe you haven't gotten killed yet.
Florence Nightingale. I like them a lot.
Shout out to the, yeah, because that's Florence Nightingale in Fate. Shout out to the guy who was like, I'm descended from Florence Nightingale. Please stop talking about how you want my ancestor to breastfeed you.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty much how people responded.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you thought that was going to go.
A Fate character. It's over.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about someone replying to that person with, I have a suggestion. Anyway. Goaty contender out next week. Hashtag pick up sticks.
That's a good hashtag.
That's good. That's good. They should be paying you. They should be paying you.
I have heard nothing but this being like that series being a shockingly solid B tier series.
Mm-hmm.
Different dimension.
In a world where
go ahead.
In a world where basically no one makes stealth games, I'm always happy for one.
Different dimension, Demon Wave, Oblivion King, Caesar, Ragnarok.
Jesus, there's a lot going on here.
Blood Bowl's back.
Like distorting reality.
Yeeland from Dr. Dran, man with a business plan.
Okay. This one goes over my head.
I see a pop figure.
A worm. Kill cool.
Okay.
Digital basic.
Kill.
Andrew.
Aww.
Got. Gotcha
just
culture
going
is a
off.
blight. This diva from Alien Headbutt.
True.
Yeah, it is kind of serving for no reason.
Toho Fantastic Danmaku Festival Part 3 is like Toho, but with a budget.
No, it is Toho.
That's
To be
their
like
bit.
Toho
That's
would
their
be.
bit. They've been running it for so long. We're just normal bugs.
What are these from?
I know I've
Gimmick.
seen them. Okay, I was like, I've seen this recently.
This is
This
because
is basically
during
the plot of Nausicaa.
yes, so
Yes.
during the gimmick stream last week, after Bob beat successfully, we didn't even talk about Castlevania 3.
No, we didn't.
After Bob successfully beat Castlevania 3, I did a run of gimmick while cuddling my Yumataro plush, and we hit that room, and Bob's like, "This is just a Nausicaa insect," and I'm like, "They're just ordinary bugs. They're just normal bugs."
Yeah, you're literally in the Nausicaa underworld. And these show up. It's like, you can't be any more direct right now than you are.
Nope, and that's why games used to be great.
Yes.
Would you give
Thank
them
you, Suda, for
$1
keeping that alive.
or $2?
Oh, man, what the fuck happened to Jimmy Neutron?
Is this?
This is Leisure Suit Larry.
Yes.
Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah, I recognize that little freak's face anywhere.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. I didn't think they were still making those that late. What?
I think they came back recently.
Oh.
Yeah, the last one was Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Dry Twice from 2020.
Wow.
But I think that was 2D. I don't remember though. I never saw it.
Bad news. My PC's power supply randomly died on me earlier this week. Good news. The new PSU is installed and no other components seem to be. And then the message cuts off. Oh no.
Well, they're probably fine. We can just assume it was all good.
Okay, that sounds good.
I mean, at least that's not being affected like RAM is, so that's something.
Harakite go. Yuki EXE. And OI. Thank you very much to our pod lords.
Thank you, pod lords.
Thank you, pod lords. And if you'd like to become a pod lord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/GB podcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to many benefits, such as early access to Chugging Bleach, which will exist until June. Assuming nothing horrible happens. Extended armchair devs and gamer premonition bits, when indeed those bits exist, to be given to you. A patron-funded show, either a public show where we watch a horrible thing and patrons get a commentary track, or a private show where patrons vote between 4 good things and then we watch and talk about it. It'll probably stop being Jackie Chan movies someday.
No promises.
You also get an entire movie called Isolation 119. This is not some kind of joke. It is a full feature-length film about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on his vacation to Thailand. In addition to other benefits, that's patreon.com/GB podcast. And if you don't have any money, it always helps to tell your friends, spread the word, rate us on Thursdays, rate us with a T on your podcasting app of choice, and leave a comment and subscribe if you listen on YouTube right now. Patreon.com/GB podcast.
I hear we have some news.
We do.
Is everything fine? Is anything burning down?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of burning wreckage right now.
Why?
How it is.
Why is it always... It's funny. I'm going to talk about this real quick since I need a second to set up, for the rest of this. Somebody was like, hey, I noticed you're a lot happier now that you came out. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, if I could build a chart, the chart would literally go absolute misery as we start the industry burning down segment, me taking a whole year to get numb enough to cover it, and then me coming out. These are multiple stages of powering up my happiness on content. Anyways, real quick prediction. Are the buttons going to work?
No. Damn.
I can't.
Eat it, Bob.
Did they all work though? Okay. All right.
No, we can't play
Sorry,
the theme
I'm
of
stunned by I'm stunned by the marvel of once again the marvel of Sir Jeff the Daring.
He's so sad. I can't believe that shit worked. Holy fuck. Yeah, let's go.
So Riot Games lays off 80 people from the 2XKO team. That's roughly half the team. Some of these employees have been there for a decade. They seemingly thought that this would be Smash Brothers, that they would get Smash Brothers numbers, or at least Mortal Kombat numbers.
Right, they thought that they'd be bigger than anything else in the entire fighting game market.
And apparently somebody was like, yeah, the systems they have make it actually kind of complicated to make a new character, which I wouldn't expect too many more with half the team.
Yeah.
What do you mean that?
That's what some FGC guys told me, that something about the systems is they can't just crank out the characters like you would want for a fighting game based on an IP with 200 characters.
Uh-huh. Man.
10 years with the Rising Thunder devs for nothing, huh?
Yeah, 2 weeks after the game finally launches, fully launches.
10 years for fuck all.
Early access. Incredible.
I'm sad, but the more this happens, the more these studios will be like, no service games. They aren't gonna work.
Yeah, no, it's...
Even a moron will learn when he touches the stove so many times he no longer has a fucking arm.
I do wonder how well this did in general. If they would, I feel like there was no way they were going to achieve whatever goals were set.
No, probably not. I imagine it probably did okay in the context of a fighting game.
Right.
But that's low. Fighting games are not a mainstream genre.
Yeah, they are not MOBAs.
Mortal Kombat is a mainstream genre because it's full of gore and movies your dad likes. Tekken was a mainstream franchise for Tekken 7 and then couldn't even do that again for Tekken 8. And like, this is the first time Street Fighter has been really big since like 2, basically.
4 was also a big spike.
So it's just like, guys, did you really expect like you were gonna have another Valorant or League in the fighting game genre? You were never gonna get that.
Yeah, no, but they believed
You were never even gonna get half of that. You were never even gonna get a fifth of that. Like you were never gonna have like 5 million concurrent players would have been unbelievably unheard of amazing for this genre.
Oh yeah, no, that's literally impossible.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
has.
insane.
And that feels like the floor of what they wanted.
And it's so goofy because it's like, technically, you guys are making infinite money. You just have the infinite money box that is League. You don't. This didn't need to be profitable. You could have run
and
this.
Valorant,
150
and Valorant.
People, it's small. It's a very small Steam size in general. You could have just kept running this and had goodwill for them in a cool thing you were making.
Right.
We're gonna fire them, and then in like 6 months we'll stop developing on the game and have them start making another service game.
Yeah.
We gotta pull the lever.
Christ.
Oh, this hurts so bad. This hurts so fucking bad. So Remedy has a new CEO. Jean-Charles Godachon. He's a former EA service game guy and worked in sports betting and wants to scale up Remedy.
Bye, Remedy.
Yeah, it was kind of
crazy. Kind of crazy. They fired their last CEO for a service game that failed, and then hired someone who almost certainly is going to demand they start like on 4 more.
It's me again.
I mean, it's clearly the problem was that they didn't believe in the service game hard enough.
It's crazy that they hired him with that shirt he wears all the time. So yeah, they'll never. It will take complete global economic collapse for them to learn.
Yeah.
They will learn when they can no longer muster the resources to pull the lever.
How infuriating.
Yeah,
and Highguard Studio. Yeah, I don't either. Investors are subhuman scum.
Yeah.
It's like they will never behave rationally, ever.
Like, hey, we're known for this one type of thing. Oh, well, you need to make a service game, though. That's all that I understand. Those are infinite money.
Yup. Fiduciary responsibility to investors is the worst thing we did after murder, basically. Turns out God was cool with that. He kicked us out of the garden because we invented publicly traded companies.
Like, see, I could even...
Fair.
I could... Like, it would be a cruel world, but I could accept it on some level if any of this fucking shit ever worked. Or if they learned after even 3 times that it didn't work.
Uh-huh.
But it will work when like the top levels of the industry stop making these. Like Sony giving up when Marathon Creators and Fair Games gets canceled, and that other one I already forgot the name of also does not do good. Some people will give up. No, I said Fair Games. I meant the Loop one that they showed today.
Oh, 4 Loop.
4 Loco.
4 Loco?
Yes, 4 Loco.
And finally, like, Highguard's already dead. They fired most of the team.
Yeah. I can't believe we don't even have numbers. You have most of the team. Like, what do you mean most?
Like, it's over. You can't support that game with less than half your team. You need to be cranking out new maps. You need to be cranking out new heroes. You need to be, doing balance adjustments. You need to be cooking up new game modes. And it's like, it's over now. It's already dead. Like, it'll limp along until they decide that, like, until its player base hits 0, which already getting there.
Yeah, some of the people who got fired already have said, like, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff I'm sad will never come out. Like, a lot of characters and whatnot they did work on. So it's like, man. Yeah,
I'm genuinely wondering if they're just like, if they're just gonna announce, like, yeah, it's gonna, like, they might announce it in service before the end of the next month, before the end of the fiscal year. Like, well, we got to clean up before the end of the fiscal shutdown. High guard.
Like another game that lasted 2 weeks.
And worth noting, they added the 5v5 mode after being like, oh, it's a limited time. Oh, now it's permanent. And we were talking about it earlier. You don't even have 10 characters in that game.
No, you have 9.
What a fucking nightmare.
You were stupid to make it, and you didn't even give it a chance.
No.
Like, at least Concord was literally fucking no one. Peak Steam players 700. Highguard was peak Steam players 95,000. You had people who were at least amicable to the idea of it. If you had patched it a little bit, made some adjustments, your plan was to shadow drop it. Like, flying by the seat of your pants was always the plan a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it can't not be when you're shadow dropping it.
And when you
but it's like, no, it wasn't immediately Fortnite kill it.
Right, you can't, there's no coming back from that. Like Splitgate, they keep trying to make that game work out. They haven't fired their entire studio, even though they probably should at this point.
Yeah, it's like, we've now reached the horrible thing where they'll still demand all these service games, but they're also cowardly and frightened. And the moment one isn't the biggest game in the world, it's like, kill it. The lottery ticket didn't work out. What, we only got $5 back? Fuck that.
Well, I mean, we have to find a way to stop bleeding all of this capital, and since there's absolutely no way to stop making these horseshit games, we have to just cut the tail off as quickly as possible when they inevitably fail. This is a cogent and rational strategy.
Yeah. Even when you keep doing it?
Well, especially when you keep doing it. It's a proven system.
You know, when Fortnite launched, it kind of did terribly. It didn't take off until they stole a mode from another game.
I noticed your first plan you have labeled contingency plan. Would you care to explain why you have called your game plan the contingency plan? There's no other. I didn't find another plan in this binder.
I can just close my eyes and see some dumb fuck investor like throwing a fit, throwing coffee cups, screaming at people. Like, Arc Raiders got 14 million sales. Why don't we have 14 million players? We made a game like that. Which is probably what I was going to be having at Bungie 3 weeks from now.
Yeah. Man. That's not even 3 weeks, is it? It's so close.
It's March 5th, so about.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
But don't forget, they have that the Slam weekend or whatever beforehand, so that's when they're going to find out, oh, this game is not going to do well.
Maybe we'll all be proven, bro. That has not happened once yet.
Helldivers, that's the only...
I was wrong, but that was because I thought it was going to be $70.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they also kept only showing like 30 frames per second footage, which had me really fucking concerned. But yeah, no. Also, like, that game is not a normal game as a service, which is why it worked at all, and none of the rest of these keep fucking... Like, none of them work.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody can pull off this game is just too good, let's play it anyway miracle, it might be Bungie, but...
You'd think they'd have pulled off that miracle over the past 5 years of Destiny 2 imploding.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's because that didn't work out because they had all the good guys on this one.
Sure.
Definitely.
Sure. That's why they needed to steal the entire way the game looks, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's the end of the industry burning down for today. This is the worst one we've had in a while.
Yeah, this sucks. All this sucks.
an interesting thing industry burn down related, that strike we talked about from Ubisoft is actually currently happening right now. Like the Ubisoft employees just outside the building, like striking, which is great. Hopefully that does anything.
Yeah, the hope is that change happens and it's positive because people do things like that. Please, God. Bob, we forgot to mention, just doing some recap real quick. There are a bunch of small stories we've forgotten over time to bring up on Big Think. I don't think they're super interesting, but for a week there or a few days, hey, Aggro and Chris, I told Bob this already. You know how you can like play PS3 games on your PS5 or 4 via streaming? You can stream your PS3. That broke for multiple days at one point because the token system to give you ownership in order to do that literally stopped working.
Fun.
So that was the thing for a few days.
Basically, no one talked about it. Almost like nobody uses that service.
It's almost
nearly nobody.
Like no one uses that service. It was broken and then fixed within a single Big Think cycle, as far as I could perceive the event.
Okay.
The other thing we didn't talk about is multiple Far Cry games got updates so their PS5 native versions actually run, or at very least their versions as they run on a PS5 run at 60 frames per second. So I believe that was Far Cry, was it 3, 4, and 5? Got those updates?
Think it was all 3, yeah.
So if you have those games, they're better to play now on your PS5. So there you go.
Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I think that's it, Bob. Were there any other things where, because these things happen where like it'll be Friday on a stream and I'll be like, damn it.
Right, and that just got announced and then we forget.
Yeah. Because we don't have a document to write the news into until a few days later because of how our podcast work happens. So usually something will get announced after we record it on Thursday or while we're live on Friday, and it'll just miss hitting Big Think. It's true. Dino Crisis 1 and 2 did hit Steam and GOG today. Weirdly enough, even though it's on GOG, it has DRM. And it has DRM on Steam as well, which is fucking absurd. These are PS1 games.
Weird.
Yeah, they're PS1 games. Shut the fuck up. You're so fucking annoying.
Dude, why are you putting DRM there? I can literally go download it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I can literally go download an ISO and run it in DuckStation.
But our ROM is better.
It isn't.
No, it's not. It's probably the exact same one. In fact, I'm willing to bet you got it from the same website.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It is really funny. There's this whole
Capcom. You got your box art for Okami on the Wii from IGN.
Yep. It happens. Shit like that happens way more than you would ever imagine.
Yep.
Anyway. Hey, Aggro.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Let's talk about your news.
Speaking of DRM, I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The good news is that Capcom has taken Denuvo out of Resident Evil 4 Remake on the PC.
That's great. Okay. Good job, Capcom.
Presumably because they didn't want to pay for the license anymore.
Oh, well, whatever. Anything that results in a good thing.
The bad news is they seem to have put in Enigma Protector, which is noticeably harming its performance and conflicting with some erstwhile stable mods and causing problems and crashes.
Guess what DRM's in Dino Crisis?
Oh, come on. Of course.
Yep.
Cool.
Fuck off with that shit.
Yep.
I don't know why these companies bother. Like,
They're
the
morons.
whole point of DRM is to keep piracy from hurting you at launch. At launch. Once again, it's like, there is no way, no matter what you do or say, to ever find out how much money you lost due to piracy. It is literally an impossible to discern figure. And you can
but that
and every
doesn't
single
mean
time
that you can't make a chart that says a number about that.
Yeah. When you
That's pretty
yes,
easy.
in fact, when you look at any study about the negative effects of piracy, when you get to the methodology, it basically says we made it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really like
Here's
the
a fact
idea.
check. I made it up.
Yeah, I really like the idea of a dude in a room. He's like, gentlemen, check this out. You see this number? Yeah, that's 600,000. Watch this. And he writes an extra zero, and he's like, whoa, did you see what I did there? We sold 10 times as many because I wrote an extra zero on a board. All right.
If you think about it, we could easily sell 10 times less because I wrote that number.
Yeah, there is no amount of value a bean counter will not destroy for an infinitesimal increase in revenue.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just purely irrational to spend money to prevent completely unmeasurable losses that might even be zero or might actually help you, as multiple studies on the effects of piracy have proven happens. Jesus.
Yep. Anyway.
Yep.
Hey, you remember Directive 8020? That sci-fi horror game from Supermassive?
Yes.
Got delayed a couple times? No?
No.
They're basically doing Event Horizon?
I remember.
I saw
Horizon.
like one single Sony event had 3 games that looked exactly like that. I have no idea.
that was the one that looked like
okay, it's this one.
Yeah.
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 It's that one.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have Troy Baker.
No.
Not that we're aware of. But, you know,
Secret
those games
Troy.
have surprises and twists.
Out from the bush. Troy, a surprise.
Well, it finally got a date. It's now coming out May 12th. God willing, and the creek don't rise.
I hate that my brain is now living in a zone where it's the Shia LaBeouf song with Troy Baker.
Uh-huh.
This is awful.
Jesus. So moving on from that madness to another pit of swirling crazy, the curse of Mind's Eye continues to devour all sense and sanity in a radius.
How?
Okay.
What is happening?
To begin
with, the Benz is on a, quote, short planned break following this intense period of work. Nothing else happened. He was always going to take a break.
Yeah, no files came out that maybe made him want to not be in the public.
Anyway, Insider Gaming had a video of a meeting that co-CEO, I guess now just CEO for the moment, Mark Gerhard had with employees at Build a Rocket Boy, where he said that they've caught the guys who've been sabotaging Mind's Eye.
What?
Please
Another
drop
one?
the mission accomplished banner.
Is he going to land a jet on an aircraft carrier?
He alleges that it was a, quote, very big American company, but it's probably not the company you're thinking of. Now, for those of you...
Right now, I'm thinking of no one. I'm thinking it's you, and you're insane.
For those of you unfamiliar, that is right-wing conspiracy theorist podcaster speak.
Yes.
That is my pillow guy gibberish. He says that this big American company spent over €1 million in 2025, including to a company called Ritual Network in the UK, which is, according to their website, a YouTube and TikTok management agency, who then paid people like content creator Cyberboy, some journalists, and even Build a Rocket Boy employees to damage the game and the company's reputation.
Now, all of this, you still knew the state of the game, like, even if this was true, which of course it's not, none of this is fucking real. Were you not aware of the state of the game before you shipped it?
Yeah, that game's a mess.
The sabotage only works.
tell you that.
This sabotage only works if you weren't looking at your product at all.
No, but there was sabotage, so it wasn't.
You sabotaged my restaurant by shitting on the plate before I took it out to someone. It was impossible for me to notice before I did that.
Also, you did this about 30 times every day for the last several months of me running this restaurant.
Look, the important thing is that all of these entities will be served in-person criminal complaints for espionage, sabotage, and criminal interference.
I really look forward to some fucking courtroom quotes.
That, Discovery is going to be wild if he actually does that.
And I want to read everything he writes, everything he's quoted as saying in an Alex Jones voice. Because Agro's correct. This is right-wing podcaster fucking insanity. It's that brand.
Build a Rocket Boy is British, right? Because it's Rockstar guys.
I actually don't know.
I
think so.
Looking it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where they are.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
They were partnered with IOI for a while.
Okay, they're in Scotland, so they're in the United Kingdom. You dumb fuck. Libel laws in the UK are for real.
We'll get to that.
I can't believe this. If you look up "Build a Rocket Boy," Google will be like, go to the Wikipedia entry for everywhere. Now, we've been talking about this shit
oh my God.
for so long, and yet still our audience has no idea what everywhere is. Bob, you seem like you were shot. You must remember. Bob, what is everywhere?
Everywhere is there. Roblox for adults, basically.
Yeah, no, that's that multiplayer dog shit mode creation shit that's in Mind's Eye. That's what everywhere is. That was their Roblox chance for adults, and that is the number one thing that comes back when you search for "Build a Rocket Boy."
That is
crazy.
Their "I don't understand scope, I only understand cocaine" project.
Yes. And then,
my God.
And then the game that came out, Mind's Eye, is they're horrible. We have to ship something. The money's running out. People are pulling out. We need to ship a video game. Compromise. Giving even more context to the insanity that is all of this. Agro, you have the floor again.
So I read Ritual Network's official comment on this situation. It was basically, what? Who? We have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I believe they even, unless I'm mixing this up, I believe they even literally said there has been no legal action taken. What is he? What?
Well, I mean, that's going to happen shortly.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be so salient and good and undefeatable.
He made it now. Here comes the storm.
Yeah, no, this dude is somehow going to get himself in jail over this.
Yes, because he plans to put the saboteurs' names into an upcoming in-game spy mission, which is apparently they were going to do a Hitman thing, but then they split with IOI, so they have to reskin it, and instead of it being like a crossover, it'll be libel.
Oh, my God!
He teased this last week, and now it's even more real.
Like, all of my legal recourses are being taken advantage of. Also, I'm going to put them in my game and make them look really bad. I'm going to expose the truth with my art.
And you gamers get to kill them for what they did to me. Holy shit.
In case this wasn't crazy enough for you, that meeting also included him explaining to Build a Rocket Boy employees, oh yeah, by the way, that thing that's been fucking with your workflow, that's a tracking software called Terramind we put on all your computers without your knowledge.
Oh my God,
no,
what?
See, okay, I know that I can trust 99% of you, but because the saboteurs are out to get all of us, I need to have extra security powers to protect you from them.
He did so many drugs to fuck his brain up this hard.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah, he's just staging his own little micro-authoritarian power trip.
the whole company's just gonna quit, right?
I think the whole company's gonna tear him apart like it's Shaun of the Dead, Bob.
Right?
Like, oh my God, this is spinning out of control. Gerhard's quote, "You guys will get a fair chance to have your game seen and enjoyed by players without the manipulation that has happened and the criminal behavior that has happened." And yeah, please bear with us, guys, in terms of the additional cybersecurity controls. It's only there because of what we've been through. And I want to make sure that I can protect you guys going forward. And no one in the team is able to sabotage your work, your careers, and your studio. This is literal dictator on the rise speak.
That's insane.
And as always, England prevails.
He thinks this is going to work out for him in any good way at all.
These people have fucking cracked. This project has destroyed their minds. This is paranoid delusion. This man needs help.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit, his ketamine game is strong.
I want to be very clear. Even if it turns out a big American company spent £1 million to fuck with him, this guy is still unhinged.
Oh, yeah. No, like, this dude cannot be trusted no matter how real that is.
Even if one thing in there is real, that doesn't condone anything that's happening here.
Yeah, no, none of those are justifiable acts. And that's talking about the things he literally did to people. We're not even talking about public conduct. Right? Of just like, no, you really shouldn't appear fucking insane and go, my game is dog shit because of the fucking saboteurs. This is a great game, and you would all realize if it weren't for the saboteurs, who were people who played it and noticed it was dog shit.
Every single reviewer and streamer was paid off by this company. We got so much money, right, Noel? We got just a huge paycheck for showing people what was in the game.
In fact, we got it all. They gave us all the money. Jeff Gerstmann got none of it. We got all of it.
I'm honestly surprised he's still using the word saboteurs and hasn't just said terrorists yet.
I know. He should escalate and keep moving. Listening to Jeff Gerstmann talk about this with Mind's Eye, he was like, yeah, if you all remember back to when I was talking about, Mind's Eye is going to come out, none of you fucking knew what it was.
Yeah.
There was no reputation to ruin. No one cared.
You didn't do this thing where you advertised the game even. You didn't do that. Are you blaming the saboteurs for that? Did they come into your marketing department and delete it?
You raised the notoriety of my game, or you deleted the notoriety of my game. Everyone cared, and then you Men in Blacked them. Fucking wild. I look forward to the story developing.
Yes, of course.
There's nowhere to go but crazier.
Okay, I have a bit of news. It pains me to have to do this because it means I have to have hope. And the last thing you want to do is give a .hack fan hope. There's an announcement. Oh, Bob's leaving. He's not even going to be here for me crying. I'm going to sob, and he'll just get to dodge that entirely. CyberConnect is teasing an announcement to make at a very specific time on a very specific day. And there was an image on their website for .hack key art. And the time they're announcing it is 2009, which is like some Japanese number pun thing that could mean haku. Like for .haku. And I need any and all justification to force people into a .hack podcast. And I don't think I'm getting it. But I really want it, and I hope it's real this time. But if it even is .hack, it's going to be some fucking thing like, here's an art book.
Yeah, I expect a mobile game or an art book.
Yeah, mobile games likely.
or a pop-up cafe.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 acrylic stands at a pop-up cafe. Where's my thank you?
Anyways, luckily the pun is 20, which is 8 o'clock, which is hachi. 9, which is ku. Haku. And it's not 6, 7.
Apparently, there's a CyberConnect 2 supposed to announce a new game project in commemoration of its 30th anniversary on February 16th. So if it's .hack, then it'll be there. Otherwise, it's not fucking. You're not getting a new .hack.
And that's the thing, right? That's the thing where it's that date at that time. So we'll know before next big thing. And if I don't bring it up, you know what happened. And if we have a .hack podcast to announce, you'll know what happened. And if the GigaBoots Civil War starts because I'm trying to get a good .hack podcast off the ground, well, this is all CyberConnect's fault. Hey, Bob, welcome back. Chris, let's go to your news.
Hey.
Okay. So the Gothic remake is out June 5th. This has been in development for over 7 years.
What?
Wow.
They released a trial thing 7 years ago, like, play it and tell us what you think, guys, and we'll integrate the feedback into the remake. And it has taken 7 fucking years. I don't know why a remake of a game that wasn't that big and complex, and this doesn't even seem to be more than like, this seems to be a pretty close to the original remake, took 7 fucking years. Why does everything now take so long?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Hope it runs okay.
The quality of these graphics look somewhat kind of high.
Wow.
Not 7 years high.
In fact, do you know what's worth 7 years of development on a graphic fidelity scale? Nothing.
Nothing.
You can't justify that.
Maybe they massively increased the scope. I really don't know.
Anyways, let's move on.
Zero Parades, the Disco Elysium ripoff that you absolutely should not play, has a demo February 23rd. It's Steam Next Fest.
Great.
Maybe I'll check it out and see how much the writing makes me want to flay myself.
God, I think they released some article recently to IGN directly or something. Be like, yeah, we're the same guys. We're the same people. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, don't publish that.
No, you're not.
You're clearly not them.
And lastly, Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, made by the Bolt Gun developers, that actually has Jasper Van Dien in it, launches March 16th.
Oh, right. I forgot that.
Kind of looks like Quake. You blast bugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, can you... Oh, excuse me. Can you start us off with the most important direct this week?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
The Grasshopper 5-minute direct, which was actually under 4 minutes.
Wow.
This was just Suda talking to a camera for 3 minutes, 50 seconds.
Good for him.
They are releasing a physical edition of Dead Man, or Romeo as a Dead Man sometime, and they're also working on a Switch 2 version.
Cool.
And they also says that they're probably going to release another game this year.
It's gotta be a Killer is Dead remaster, because I don't believe they have another original game in the chamber.
That would be ridiculous if they did.
That's
but
awesome.
again, we gotta hold out hope for that Liberation Maiden remaster.
I have two creators I will follow to the end of the earth, and it's Suda51 and Iga, and we get a game, at least one game for both this year. I'm living.
Yeah, no, that is pretty great.
Never kill yourself.
This week we also got a big Diablo direct, kind of like they did last week with the Overwatch one.
Diablo.
So they're adding the Warlock class to Diablo 2 Resurrection, Diablo 4, and Immortal all this year.
What?
That is so weird.
That is really weird.
You're adding
weirder.
a new class
Diablo
to Diablo 2.
Yeah, Diablo 2 Resurrection, or Resurrected, so that
so
version.
That's
but
so strange.
It's so weird. That's out today, or the day they released this trailer.
Okay.
Which the weird part is, you have to buy it. It's
what the fuck are you talking
for
about?
that.
You're selling DLC for a fucking HD version of a 25-year-old game?
And it's one character for $25. And it sounds like they added some post-game content, but not like actual new areas or anything. Like, just stuff that you kind of would expect.
I've seen people who are like, I don't know if I should play Diablo 2. I mean, Blizzard's a bad company. Why would you pay money for Diablo 2? Don't pay money for Diablo 2. Go pirate Diablo 2. It's really easy. Use lots of scaling. Why the fuck would you? This is fucking insane. You $25 fucking DLC for oh my god. I didn't read this. I didn't read this. I was like, oh, we hit the Diablo news. I'll see it when we get here. And I'm like, fucking what?
What's up, Chris?
So there's one really funny bit of Blizzard news. They're redesigning that Fire Girl because they got lit up so hard for her just having same face.
The
same
Overwatch
face to so many other girls. Yeah, Overwatch Fire Girl.
Yeah, even the voice actress for her got on the train of hating on that design because apparently it doesn't even match up with the old versions of that design that shows up in comics, and people are really upset about that.
Just close the company. Just shut the game down.
I actually booted up Overwatch 2, Overwatch. It's just Overwatch now, just to check out the new menus. I didn't play it though. That's why I didn't bring it up in another section.
Okay.
So next week there will be more Overwatch, and maybe I'll have a new version of Fire Girl to play as.
Damn it. Bob's able to point at the camera. That's like the number one thing hand tracking that's visual outside in cannot do, no matter what. Damn. I guess I'll have to buy insane high fidelity gloves for hand tracking. I'm going in debt.
Oh.
What? Is that a ghost dog? I'm so scared.
No.
What's going on? I'm scared.
What's going on? I'm scared.
Jesus. Back to Diablo news.
Yeah, no.
Warlock class comes to Diablo 4 April 28th, alongside the release of Lord of Hatred, which is the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Which is going to have two classes, one of which is already an early... Like, if you buy the expansion pack now, pre-purchase it, you can already play as a paladin. Which is really strange, right? Like,
yes.
You don't get any new content till the rest of it comes out, but you can play as paladin now.
Which is kind of funny because to some extent, for some people, that's all they care about. They just want to...
Right.
They just want the new character. But okay.
And then it comes to Immortal in June. It's like, you're still supporting that game?
I know, that was my fucking thought.
What?
When you just said that, I was like, they're still doing Immortal? Is that doing numbers? What the fuck?
And the weirdest part of this introduction, they're like, oh yeah, the way we're putting this out there is like, you get to see in Diablo 2, the Warlock's beginning of his journey, where he starts out being not as much demon powers. And then Immortal's like a transitionary period until 4. It's like, but he comes up to Immortal after 4. You messed this up, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And then a bunch of information about the Lord of Hatred expansion pack, which I think is like $40. It's very expensive. It adds a new area called Scovos, which I keep thinking of Vuros.
Vuros?
They're adding endgame playlists for activities. So I guess there's a bunch of different things you can do to get endgame gear after you beat the game. And now you can make a playlist and just auto go through all of them, which is a neat idea. They're completely reworking every skill tree for every character. This sounded like actually massive. It sounds like you can actually have different built out builds per characters.
Okay, that's
something you really kind of couldn't in regular 4. One of the main complaints me and Noel had about 4 and 3 was like, oh yeah, they're kind of like,
which
you play them the way Blizzard made them.
Which, to be fair, we literally played both of those at launch.
Yes.
So it's all.
But even in this trailer, they say that.
Right. Yeah. No.
They know.
No. I'm just clarifying for the sake of 3. Because a lot of people played that game nowhere fucking near launch. Anyway.
Yeah, no, the people don't understand the 3 and 3 what it is now is nothing like that.
If you didn't engage with a Real Money Action House, we didn't play the same fucking game. If the online economy of a fucking thing that could be sold for real money didn't affect your fucking drop rates, we didn't play the same fucking game. Anyway.
But it sounds like that skill tree rework sounds pretty solid. Like actually changing elements on different stuff, changing out just whole ways you play. And they're adding in a new whole menu called the Talisman, which like an entirely different kind of equipment it's charms from Diablo 2.
Yeah,
like you have a whole different menu for that. And those charms have sets, which the way they sound like it sounds like you don't have like armor sets and stuff in this game normally. So this is them adding armor sets and putting them in this talisman like menu, which is so bizarre. But that's cool that there's getting back to the depth they used to have, and like the ultimate. Hey, we're sorry, we're going back. We're trying to get people. You have the Herodric Cube.
Yeah. Oh, they're adding that into the game.
Yeah, they're adding the Herodric Cube. That's not in the game before.
Why not?
Because they're dumb.
The Herodric Cube's cool. All right. Cool. I'm glad they're adding it.
And something else I really could not understand was loot filters. I have no idea how this works.
What I assume is you would set that and then you literally wouldn't even see loot drop that isn't above the grade you set.
Maybe. It sounds like they have a ton of different filters you can put on it. So I guess maybe I only want to see this kind of weapon when it drops. I don't want to see anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't know.
But that is all the Diablo news.
I'm going to tell the story from chat real quick. Pyroman says, I sold a bow for $215 the weekend before it got nerfed by the attack speed changes. The game actually paid for itself somehow. My brother literally tells the same story where he sold some stuff right before, like in the first couple weekends, and then the game paid for itself. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you can find people who will pay for things they really shouldn't on the internet, and Blizzard was willing to connect you to those people and also ruin the entire game. No, there's something you really should pay for.
I mean, it's true, because the thing is, like, yes, the podcast is free, but we can only do it as long as we have financial support. But that's an abstract communal notion that capitalism has tried to completely destroy the idea of.
Anyway, Helldivers movie starring Jason Momoa comes out November 10th, 2027. If you believe that.
Sure.
I don't.
Great.
I told you, Chris, you're here forever. These gamers must go to the movies.
They're not going to release one faster than we release these podcasts, so it's fine.
I don't know. They keep stacking them on. We got a new Silent Hill movie to watch.
At least a lot of these are ending up being series and stuff instead. Like, we're saved from that angle.
We're already more than a quarter through.
Any like live action movie like this, I don't believe it until I see a trailer. Then I'll actually be like, okay, it's real.
These are like so prone to falling into development hell Not helped by the fact every executive's a moron now, and now you have multiple companies involved who are like, no, I must have creative control more than the other CEO that also irrationally wants creative control.
This is what it's like when Benzies collide.
At least this will probably be good. Like, it's probably going to be stupid and schlocky, but it's going to have Jason Momoa. So if it's even a little bit campy, it'll probably be fun.
Yeah, no, like if this gets made, I have the utmost confidence it'll be a fun thing.
Right. If it isn't, oh my God, what year is it? I feel like one of the few positives in the last 15 years of the evolution of culture is it feels like movies now that are getting made, that are MCU films, understand a little bit more that fun is a goal. They understand a little bit more of that idea. Because I feel like you definitely got a lot more video game adaptations in the late aughts and the 10s that were, but we need to make it serious. It's a movie. And it's like, now it feels like, thanks to the Mario movie and the Sonic movie and whatever, they're probably a lot more like, no, it's a fucking Helldivers movie. This is Starship Troopers. So I'm hoping it'll be fun and not garbage.
I don't think that we're going to be in for a Prince of Persia. I don't think so.
Why not? What? What happened? Did something happen? What happened?
We're not talking about it.
Ubisoft is fine, right?
Yeah.
People are going to adapt the IP owned by a company that's a penny stock into a movie, right?
There was a thing from some financial guy, some analyst this week. He's like, I don't know what the fuck Ubisoft is talking about their restructuring, wanting them like going for sustainable growth. You should be worried about sustaining the company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You should be worried about sustaining your legal freedom.
You should be worried about ceasing the blood. You need to fucking suture the wound, bro. We're not talking about sick gains.
With everything with Ubisoft, I was like, dude, you seem like you're going out of business. Do you want to go out of business?
That's also what the analyst. That's also what the analyst said. He's like, this creative houses shit where you're so cleanly parceling out franchises and teams says to me, you're about to sell off everything in the company and shut down.
Sir, you have divided your company into a weirdly cow shape, and you have labeled it as the parts of a cow. I just don't understand.
If only the Guillermos had the vision and the will to seek out and truly contend against the saboteurs in the company who are clearly responsible for this.
It seems that every single person in your staff blames you, sir.
They're all against me.
Your entire company is saboteurs? That's crazy.
Not you?
That's crazy that everywhere you go, other people are to blame. I'm so sorry you have to deal with that.
You know what else is crazy?
What else is crazy?
Blades of Fire is in our news document this week.
Who put that there? Why is that there? How could there be news for Blades of Fire? Blades
it's coming to
Fire.
I didn't even have to do it that time.
You're welcome.
Mind Goblin effectively spread.
He planted a bastard in my brain.
No.
So what's the deal, Bob?
It's coming to Steam finally, May 14th, because I believe this is on the Epic Game Store. They took that
exclusive.
deal.
505 made the deal.
Always a good
They're
deal.
so stupid.
And also, it's going to be version 2.0.
Oh,
Sure.
shit.
Oh.
This is huge. Let me see here. It adds a new game plus, harder difficulty, and boss refights.
Oh, that's not. I don't.
Yeah, nothing in here sounded really like a 2.0 massive update. It was like, this seems like standard housekeeping. I
like the people in chat being like, Evil Lucario will be happy. I don't think that's true. That's how bad that game is. By the end of them playing it, they seemed not positive on it.
Yeah, I don't know how you could go through this game, which I think is probably 100 hours.
Yeah, it's
and be
huge.
like, I need a new game plus.
It's fucking massive. And then you're like, oh, I would love a harder difficulty in New Game Plus and refighting these bosses. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. I actually was hoping they did something big with the version 2.0 update, because I thought that would have been funny, and then get aggro interested. Aggro, you didn't do the blacksmithing. It's cool. You should do it. But these additions don't. That doesn't.
Yeah. They made a big trailer for this 2.0 version. It didn't show anything new.
Was it cut better than that Metal Gear trailer we had to watch at the State of Play?
They were similarly cut.
Wow.
But they did have a narration from a character I don't think is in that game.
Bleh.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, did
he
they
was
get
rambling about how he was iron? It was bizarre.
Did we get the cool Inti Creates guy?
No.
He's doing an epic voice.
Thankfully, not that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
that's it for normal news. Now we get to talk about the State of Play. This was a great State of Play. If you didn't watch it, this was a good one to watch. It's worth watching.
I can't even remember the last time there was a State of Play as good as this.
Quite excellent. They started with Kenna. They're making a Kenna sequel, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, for people who don't remember. That was a 2021 3D Zelda-like game that was like a smaller scale studio. The brothers who founded the studio and were directing the game came over from like the post-production Hollywood end of things, and they really love video games, and they really wanted to make a Zelda. That game was pretty good. It was a little thin, a little gaunt, but they announced a new one. It's called Kenna Scars of Cosmora. Cosmora spelt with a K. It's being made by them. It comes out this year. It looked great. I'm very excited.
Yeah. No, I like that first game a lot.
Excellent game. They followed it up by going, hey, that Ghost of Yote Legends thing. Sorry we showed the Sucker Punch logo and you forgot that there was the multiplayer thing for this coming. Anyways, March 10th. Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC on March 19th. 4 loop.
There's a big Rubik's Cube you shoot.
Loop. There's a loop.
Showed that.
And it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4-player in the loops. Yeah.
It's some kind of 4 loop.
Oh, and the loop is a roguelike thing, in case that wasn't evident.
And
they have the big room with the big curved screen, your tech hub, to display the Slay the Spire map. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was... What the fuck is wrong with them?
they should give us 4 free copies of the game.
They should. We could loop out. We could be loopers.
Then we could be loopers. And then we would do the loop 4 loop versus looper podcast.
Set my status to getting loopy.
We're getting loopy. Ha.
Monkey D loopy.
Jesus.
I need to change my PSN handle now.
Oh no. Your Mighty Number 9 save file.
No, it happened again. We got another look at Pragmata. That game still looks incredible. We got to see some of the more big open areas, like representing the beginning of the game, or the very first trailer we saw out on the city street with the large displays and stuff, and it had some really cool shit in it. This game still looks incredible. That's out April 24th. Resident Evil 9 got another trailer. They showed Leon real good this time. You get to see his
infected
face.
hand.
Ooh, he's all fucked up. And that shit's out in what, 2 weeks?
It is really close, yeah. I might need to go pre-order it so I can actually get a physical copy.
And an amiibo.
Those amiibos will come out for like 3 months.
Okay, good. You're safe.
Right.
Very excited. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. And I actually lost my mind because I was like, man, they're still doing it. They're still doing it. The deluxe edition of this includes Legacy of Kain: Dark Prophecy, a playable little demo for a canceled sequel. That is so fucking cool.
That is crazy work.
That is really cool. Part of me is like, dude, you should have just made that as a game at the fidelity of those days. That is as good as we need.
No, it's true. No motherfucker's playing a Legacy of Kain game going, oh, it needs to look better. Since when?
Defiance is a cool one. It actually has you switch back and forth between the two main characters, Kain and Raziel. But it is like a bad PS2 action game, but I recommend it. So I'm very excited that they're doing this.
Yeah, I'm happy with how many of these games have come out in modern playable formats, so that way I can make the mistake of buying them all again.
Yes.
This is before you think that was a senseless joke at the cost of Legacy of Kain fans. No, really, I bought like 5 Legacy of Kain games once because I'm like, man, I fucking love vampires, and then I couldn't get through Soul Reaver, and I eventually traded them in.
That's one of the better ones. You didn't even go I'm going to play Blood Omen 2.
Well, yeah, I can't skip a game, Bob.
Hey, but Blood Omen 2 is a prequel. You could have gone to that.
But it comes out later, so it would change my understanding of the world by being a prequel. Anyway, I'm happy to make that mistake again. Not announced here, but at the same time, for some reason, a new game called Legacy of Kain Ascendance. It is out March 31st. It's a retro 2D action side-scroller made by BitBot Media, which is... Bob?
Yeah, no, that's real.
The people who made the Rocky Horror Show video game?
That came out in 2020. That's not even old. Like, not that old for being a Rocky Horror Picture Show video game.
In this Legacy of Kain game, Ascendance, you can play as Azrael. Is Azrael or Raziel? You've written Azrael.
Raziel.
Oh, okay. You tricked me. Betrayal. But you can play as Raziel and Kain across different parts of the timeline. Cool.
Yeah, this game looks neat. It probably won't be very good, but I'm excited at the new Legacy of Kain game. Those should be 3D, but whatever. I'll take what I can get.
They should be 3D or top-down 2D and have a lot of voice acting in them that makes the game pause. And have a guy go...
This does have voice acting, at least.
But it needs to pause the whole game and go, the heart of darkness.
No, that one has too much stink of Dennis Dyack on it. We don't need to worry about that one.
Oh, I hear that guy's back with a cool thing and a bunch of AI merch.
What an asshole.
Oh, I love that Chris and I both just... It's like a fucking movie or a sitcom. You just have multiple characters simultaneously without any clue. Just go, what an asshole. I bet Dennis Dyack elicits that response from people everywhere he goes. Like, he's just that comically...
Probably.
Yeah. He goes to a coffee shop, and when he leaves, everyone in it's like, what an asshole. Anyway, you can watch a Big Think that was like 3 big things ago to hit our Dennis Dyack segment where we look at all his AI-generated merch that sucks for his game that looks terrible. Next, after the Legacy of Kain remastered, the State of Play showed off Brigandine Abyss, which had hexagonal tactic combat.
My God.
That's all I got.
Yeah, no, I don't really remember else other than it's kind of generic looking anime.
Yeah, like it was anime, and it was animated weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fantasy. That's it. Dead or Alive 6 Last Round was announced for the PS5. It's coming out on June 25th for people who don't know. This is going to involve all of the DLC characters from Dead or Alive 6. Asterisk.
Except Cool and Mai.
The 2 that the most people care about.
I'm excited because I have looked at the store and thought about buying Tamaki several times because it's a Dead or Alive character I've never played as, and her design is pretty good. But now I don't need to worry about that. I can just wait and buy this version.
I just wanted to play as Kula.
No, that's fair. Absolutely.
Kula's great.
They better at least let you pay to play them.
I wonder. Chat saying there is no rollback listed for the game. Yeah, no,
Yeah, no, this is an
maybe
old
the
game.
maybe the next one, because they also announced they're making a new Dead or Alive.
Yes.
And
Thank
to
God.
announce this, they had Ryu Hayabusa fight Kasumi, as in like exchange 2 hits, and then we pulled the camera up on Kasumi, and we're like, whoa, boob. And then they're like, new game.
Yeah, we don't see your face even. We don't get to see what Kasumi's new face looks like. That we had more important things.
They're like, booba. And then it ended.
Yeah, they haven't gotten around to the face yet.
I mean, that's logical. This is relieving after the last 2 Dead or Alives. They're like, no, guys, it's more serious. It's not sexy anymore. These are real
I can't
fighters.
believe
what are
they
you
fell
talking
for
about?
that.
Shit's so funny.
I
and
can't believe they fell for that.
And people think Western game journalism had no effect on the industry.
Yeah, you definitely didn't cause them to just ruin your franchise for no reason.
Yeah, core values. Anyways, God, everything around the marketing of that one was insane.
2 in a row.
That's true. Hey Bob.
Hey, what's up?
That Kasumi model, they're calling her Butterface because everything's done Butterface.
But
We got to look at Control Resident, which is, it's got Gravity Rush shit. You literally click L3 while looking at the next platform and gravity reoriented. It's so fucking cool.
But then, like, while you're falling, you can jump in the direction that gravity. It's weird. I'm so into it.
It's
really cool looking.
Reminder that's coming out this year. It's very exciting. Crimson Moon. That's the Blowjob Brother game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So imagine Blowjob Brother Dark Souls.
Ghosts and goblins and that one high five from Predator.
It also does not appear to be a roguelike, which I was worried about.
Crazy.
Why would you be worried about a roguelike popping up during a game event we're covering? It's not like we constantly get excited and then the 3 choices pop up and we go, come on. I wanted a beginning, middle, and an end. We got to see that Game Freak game that I would have told you, oh yeah, Microsoft has the marketing exclusivity on that because they want to look like they have a lot of important stuff. But no, they didn't fund the game. They don't even have the marketing exclusivity. It's called Beast of Reincarnation. It's out August 4th. Why did we get 2 associations with Microsoft and then just dropping it entirely? What's with that?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. Call of Duty failed, so they're shutting down the entire division.
It's funny because it's...
Yeah.
I can't believe Call of Duty would fail.
Anyone would have told you that before you even bought the company. It was a trend line, you dipshits.
Anyways. Rayman!
I can't read those, even though that's my only job.
Literally your only job. Planning for the future and reading a trend chart. Anyway, Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition from Digital Eclipse is out tomorrow digitally and June 26th physically. It includes a lost prototype, and it's got a cool interactive documentary thing going on with it.
Yeah, it's a neat thing for this, but that's the wrong Rayman.
Yeah, Rayman 1 is simply an evil game.
Yeah.
Mina the Hollow or demo out tomorrow. Comes out spring.
Dope.
It's so weird that so many things are tomorrow on this direct. It's you did
Tomorrow.
They're almost shadow drops, but not. It's very strange.
Well, they wanted to give you space to play that God of War game that's coming up.
I know, right?
Neva Prologue out 1 week from now.
Whoa.
The 19th.
Neat.
Oh yeah, we still don't have a date for Me of the Hollow, which is really weird. They were only willing to lock down spring.
Spring this year. Don't worry,
That's
chat.
that game.
Spring this year. They didn't just say spring. We're good.
We're not in a Neverwinter Night situation.
We are not in a Neverwinter Night situation. Next, they showed Yako Shinobi Ops, made by Acquire, making me involved thing. Tenchu! And then they're like, no, when we said like Shinobi Tactics, we meant tactics. And we're like, oh.
Yeah. It's like a weird pulled out camera. It's 4-player, apparently. I'm not. I hope there's 4 characters and you control them, not. Oh, no, this is actually played online with 4 people because there simply will not be 4 people playing this game. Because let me just outline who is all buying this game. I'm going to be the only person in the world buying this game.
It's this guy right here. Yeah, I have
it's super weird because I could have sworn Acquire, like not that long ago, acted like they owned the actual Tenchu IP and were going to make something with Tenchu.
That did happen. Acquire started acting like that, and we were like, "Oh, cool, we could get another Tenchu," and they're like, "We have laid the perfect trap."
They even put out like new artwork with Rikimaru and Ayame in it. It was like, oh, this might be real. No,
They did it to trick you.
They did. It's all been a game.
Next, Project. Oh wait. Let me. Yako Shinobi Arts is out next year for PS5, and Steam. Somebody posted a Steam link, so also Steam seemingly. Project Windless is a game from Krafton, but also it's a giant action game where you play as a giant chicken man. It's
he's not a man, he's a chicken boo.
He's a chicken boo. We need cutscenes of the enemy generals just being like, we need to deal with this man. He's so genius and strong. And then one of them's like, but he's a chicken. We all see that, right? Come on, dude.
It's just the elephant in the room. Like, no one willing to acknowledge it, but one dude. It's like
yeah. If it was good enough for Animaniacs, it's good enough for your AAA game.
Yes.
Star Wars Galactic Racers out 2026. That trailer looked real good.
Yeah, no, we saw a few crashes. We saw Sebulba and pod racing in general. It was a good trailer.
007 First Light got another trailer. It continues to just look like Uncharted. So that's really cool. That's out May 27th.
Yeah.
It's finally happened. We've wanted this for so long. Metal Gear Solid 4 has escaped the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Thank fucking God. It took so long.
It brought Peace Walker with it. I guess that's cool.
You have something stuck in your shoe, dude.
The beach scene with the box stays in.
Oh, God.
It better.
Oh, God. Metal Gear Solid 4 will have improved internal resolution. It better. Frame rate increase. It better. And custom controls. Peace Walker has custom controls, online co-op 2 to 4 versus 2 to 6 players.
I forgot they had a versus mode, honestly.
And Ghost Babel is also included, as in Ghost Babel. Screen filters, pixel perfect, screen settings, rewind, custom controls. This is out August 27th. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, it's a little farther out than I would want, but oh God, it's finally happening. Yeah.
Yeah, thank fucking God. I didn't even care what the rest of the package was. I just wanted 4 to escape the PS3. I'm not even a 4 defender. And I just wanted it to fucking escape the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be funny how much smaller it is. That is absolutely going to be smaller than the original version. 100%. I'll put money on it now. That original version is fucking enormous. It's like 40 gigs if you install it all.
You know, that would make sense if they could make it smaller.
Yeah, I remember being able to have either that or GTA 4 on your PS3, not both.
And that was before you installed the whole game. Because they didn't add that fucking feature forever. That took 5 years to add. The ability to install every chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was way later.
Yeah, it was, Jesus. Anyways, they updated the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. Higher resolutions and frame rates and stuff for the games that were already in it. It sounds like Metal Gear Solid 1 got the 60 frames per second and the higher resolution, and then the other one's got the higher resolution.
Ooh.
That update's out now. No one's gonna remember this. Darwin's Paradox also gets a bandana because it's like Metal Gear because you sneak around as the octopus. Demo out tomorrow.
I feel really bad that even though we talked about it already in this, I was like, that's that new game from the fake developers of that's Zero Parades, right? Parades, right? That's that game, right? It's like, no, this is an entirely different Konami game.
I also make that mistake a little bit.
Jesus Christ. Castlevania Belmont's Curse 2026. They announced a new Castlevania. They fucking did it.
It's real.
It's not a roguelike.
It's not. They even put out a statement about, this is just American Castlevania.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So like it took most of the trailer to realize what we were looking at because it was in the middle of this show, in the middle of a Konami block. Like, oh, by the way, we made another Castlevania game. What?
Yeah. In its Motion Twin, the guys who did like Dead Cells and stuff, there was the constant fear of like, oh, it's gonna be a something like that where it's the roguelike.
No, they'll use their experience from making roguelikes that have pretty good game feel to make a normal fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I imagine that even they were like, bro, just let us make Castlevania.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously fans.
They did that DLC.
So even they wouldn't want to do a Castlevania roguelike, I don't think, unless if there was anything else they could do.
That shit looks awesome. It looks like you play as fucking Sonia Belmont, and there's like the thing is like Belmont's Curse, and it looked like Trevor's the cursed one. He's got the fucking gash on his face like he did in Curse of Darkness. It's fucking cool
They
as
have
shit.
in the PlayStation blog write-up, they say something about you play as the disciple of Trevor. So I guess you're trying to save him or something.
Ooh.
Or maybe you're cursed too. I don't know.
It's a really good design. It's reminiscent of Sonya. It wouldn't make sense timeline-wise for Sonya to be here, obviously, but
But
that
Sony's
game isn't
also been
canon
written out of the
anyway, so they could
timeline, so
just-
technically, they
Yeah,
can do
so-
whatever.
and she was supposed to time travel in the Dreamcast game, so she truly could just
Anything
be
is
here.
possible.
We've
It's
got
weird
to-
that it's so directly connected to like Trevor in a part of the timeline we already kind of know, but
Yeah, they probably wanted their new timeline stuff to be a completely like a AAA thing if they're going to do new timeline stuff, because that's how these people work. Ugh. We forgot to call it out specifically in the Metal Gear part. That trailer was edited like shit. It's just like, here's a bunch of shit in the game. We don't know what they're saying. We're not building up a cohesive tone or anything. And I was like, fucking cool.
here's a bunch of scenes you know from the game. That's all you need.
It's like a fucking YouTube short of a movie, and you called it a trailer. The AI fucking narrated, he is a sad man. He is fighting for his life. You might as well have put that in here, Konami. God, that would be so funny. Mega 64 right now should be making fake AI trailers for Metal Gear Solid 4 that are YouTube shorts. He is old, but then he's young? What does it mean? Anyway, Silent Hill Townfall was shown. It is coming 2026.
It's actually a video game and it's first person. That's much more than I expected from this project.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of shocked when it turned out to be a real video game. Also, I thought it was going to be some bullshit like Shattered Memories.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. They knew you had those fears, and they address it in the transmission.
Good. I really like this. In response to this, right? Somebody put up a post from a while ago where someone quote posting the leaked images that appear to show a British Silent Hill game. And the quote tweet was, "Get British Silent Hill. Weather is raining and foggy constantly. Everyone is unintelligible and mad. Monsters roam the street. Get stabbed. Go home and play the game."
Yes.
Rehash of a classic Bloodborne post.
Yep.
Yes. It's so true, though.
I shout out to the other popular genre of Bloodborne post that Bloodborne is a trans game because everybody in Britain wants to kill you.
Yep. Damn. Fucking. Anyways, so I thought It looked pretty good. I think some of the stuff they showed seems neat. I have a lot more confidence than I do in your random average Silent Hill project. So I'm very excited to see what this is. It will clearly be a very different thing than Bloober Team remaking one of these fucking things and Silent Hill F. And thank God it's literally nothing like that fucking streaming show. I think we are in an era of Silent Hill that's better than they've ever had outside of like the era where they made 2. Just that one slice of time.
I'm of the opinion, like, I like 2 a lot, and I think F is better than 2. So, like, I think we're in the new peak of Silent Hill.
I bet that's a controversial take. I bet a lot of people would be like, "That's some bullshit."
Well, you see, I played both within 1 year of within like a year and a half of each other, so my opinion matters the most.
But
because I have no nostalgia for either game.
But think about it this way. I played Silent Hill 2 and I went, holy shit, that is crazy. I cannot imagine having done this when it came out because the standards were different. So in that sense, does F live up to the standards of now in the same way that 2 did then? That would be the argument I would make. That would be the angle on which I would probably be like, is it as impressive? I don't know, though. I'm not a crazy fanatic for 2 who would probably firebomb someone's house for saying 2 isn't the best one. Yeah, I just, with all these projects, all I think about is like 7th Gen Silent Hill and how Bob and I haven't played any of those. I'm really looking forward to the day we do. They sound fucking ass.
Yes.
Make that goal high because you're going to have to spend $80 on one of them.
And we're gonna flop swap it. There's no way we aren't just doing the 2 home pour together at once.
Oh my God.
It would be too funny. People are like, yeah, are we home pour or down coming, Bob?
Neither is a good option. Those are both really rough.
Bob, hear me out. We need another capture card. I know you're getting upset, but listen. Hey, calm down. Listen to me. Okay. Here's why.
What's that?
We need to have both games always running, and when they do the flop swap, it does the Killer 7 exploding and the particles reforming into the other one.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Anyway. You know, I like that in Romeo's a Dead Man, they do the No More Heroes 3 style giant text explosion, super celebrating the encounters over shit. I love that. That's good. More games should do that. Next, Konami announced an original IP. And it looked good.
That is an RPG.
It looked like a Tales of game. It looked good.
Looked like a step, but like if the middle point between Tales and Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like more sci-fi looking than you expect from a Tales of.
I'm shocked. This seemed awesome.
Yeah, no, that did seem really neat.
The listing was in development. We don't have a date on this, but it's called Rev period Noir. So Rev Noir. Listener, close your eyes. Bob, close your eyes. We're closing our eyes, everyone. They announced a John Wick game. And the trailer is just stuff you've seen in a John Wick movie, but no real implication of what the gameplay is at all. You've watched the trailer. Good job.
Yeah, that's it. At the end of the trailer, we see canned animations of him doing John Wick things in in-game graphics.
But
that's the closest you get.
It still implies nothing about what the combat is. It's being made by Saber, which is weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. We'll see.
I don't get it.
I don't think Space Marine 2 is bad or anything. I just that's a very different game.
Oh yeah, no. So, like Saber doesn't make a game anything like this that I know of. So I'm intrigued.
I assume this is going to be closest thing we can get to the Punisher PS2 game.
Now, are they making it or just publishing it?
There's no listed other developer entity.
We might not know until
they might
later.
Might not know yet.
Oh, promising.
Because Saber didn't make Space Marine. Focus Entertainment did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Saber made Turok Origins.
Yeah, I know. Saber is like a bigger company, normally doesn't do the development on all of their stuff. So We don't know, but given they didn't list anyone else, maybe it is them developing it. Hey, Bob, I have a proposition.
Okay.
John Wick video game versus Ballerina spoiler cast.
You know, I was randomly browsing Amazon Prime movies because they have a lot of stuff on there, and it showed me Ballerina Assassin, which is an Asylum knockoff of Ballerina.
Is that that? I thought that was out first. Is it really a reaction to?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like that, Ballerina was announced so long ago that their version could well have come out first, because that thing was in like development hell forever.
Okay, people are saying
on the final film.
It's true. It spent forever in development, and then you watch the movie and you go, the stuff you must have added must be the worst part. Like that you added, anyways. It's like watching the movie Ballerina is like biting into a cake. You don't get to slice it off. You don't get a slice because then you might expect what the inside is. You bite into the cake and it turns out it was hollow and full of a caramel goo. That is not a cake. That is definitely not a cake you bit into. That is two separate things. Anyways, yeah, that would be a great thing. Chat is saying Space Marine 2. Saber was the dev. Focus Interactive was the publisher. Saber's weird.
Okay.
I don't know what to expect of this. I literally left the room to take a piss during Marathon. Gentlemen, what the fuck did they say about Marathon?
It's gone.
There's those crossovers with the other Sony games.
Mm-hmm.
The little tiny charms that hang from your gun that represent other Sony franchises.
It was just this
really
big
hard
abstract. We're trying to sell you on the concept, and here's some little tchotchkes. Please help us with our server test.
It was very much like trying to sell you on the world of Marathon. It's like, dude, this is not. No one cares.
Now, I am grateful for this because I don't give a shit. Because it seems like Sony and a lot of these big publishers have internalized that most people don't want like a 10 to 15 minute long segment telling us what this multiplayer game is.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of need that for people to know what it is. Like, I'm grateful, but I think this is hurting the chances of your game.
Yeah, I don't
like now to know what Marathon is, someone has to go play it.
If somehow you actually got people out to watch this that turned off Arc Raiders, something I don't think that Arc Raiders players do, they would need to know that that's an Arc Raiders like. Oh, right, and the other big thing from this, the server slam.
I mean, Arc Raiders can't have that many players concur. Oh.
So, Bob, what's up with the
Arc Raiders has lost no players since it launched.
Yeah,
of course. Damn shame Fair Games didn't come out in time.
One of the most profitable video games ever, and we can't afford to pay voice actors. We just can't. It's impossible.
How funny is it that it's like, hey, Sony, what? You know what? I'll save this for the end.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
But the server slam.
Yes.
February 26th to March 2nd. Everybody get in there and slam that Marathon server.
Wow. Is that means it's free to play?
Yeah, that means it's free.
Okay. All right.
So that means I'll actually have to play it because there is no way in hell I was going to give them money for this.
Really? You weren't going to do it?
It's only $40.
It's only $40, Bob. Just think about all the great times you'll have playing it just like Concord.
Yeah. I mean, I guess on one hand, yeah, there's a chance I just buy it and then they refund it in a couple weeks. Like, oh, we had to delete that.
No way, not this. This will do better enough for that to not happen. Maybe. I think there's a very, very low chance, but I can't say there's none.
Right.
Isn't that the funniest part of the tone right now? We can't say that it is impossible. Maybe your game just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. That game was released by the same company even.
I know. Isn't that amazing? That is the best part of the times we live in. That it's just like, look out, giant corporation. Your game somebody could snap and it's gone. See, it's sad when it happens to a startup. Like, the way I saw it, and I agree with the Blue Sky post, that was like, it's fucked up that we live in a world where people worked on Titanfall, instead of making a fucking first-person shooter with a campaign and a limited scope, went, we're going to make a service game and it's going to work out. And they're just poof, on impact.
Yeah, for some reason they were like, okay, we have the goal. It's perfectly set up. We are going to jump off of that cliff. We're just going to do it.
Hey,
it's going to be great.
Sarge, I just saw like 10 other people do that and they all died. Well, I'm just not sure we should do this.
It's the only way.
Look, Don Knotts, you work in QA. I make the decisions. Big Walk is going to be on PlayStation Plus normal. You get Big Walk. Have yourself a Big Walk. If you're tired of hopping, you can also Big Walk. That's this year. They showed us more Ceros. That's the new game from Housemarque that's very Returnal. It looks cool. Did you play Returnal? Imagine that, but like polished up with more gameplay ideas and a nicer look, and looks like a whole video game instead of something that never, ever, ever, ever should have been sold for $70 fucking dollars.
Yep.
I'm excited for this. I'm going to buy a physical copy so that way other people can borrow it and try it. That is out April 30th. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls out August 6th. They showed off Wolverine, Magic, and Danger, and they started it with Storm because they were doing an X-Men thing.
Yeah, the way they advertise this, I'm kind of worried that's all the X-Men in the game.
You should be.
And I'm like,
yeah, I
dude,
imagine
you had 4 X-Men and one of them is Danger?
I mean,
it says that it seems like they're going to have like multiple 4-person teams at launch. Like they'll have the X-Men team, like maybe the Guardians team, the Avengers team,
and Wolverine's
maybe
voiced by
a
Steve
villain
Blum.
team.
Oh yeah, they got to have some sort of villain team because in the beta I got to play Dr. Doom. So
yeah, Doom is in there. Let me see who's confirmed to be in it. Okay, so we got Captain America. Other than those 4 Avengers, 4 X-Men, we got Captain America, Miss Marvel, Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Star-Lord, and Iron Man. So they I guess Captain America, Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, and Iron Man make an Avengers team. Maybe I would probably have Thor or Hulk on that, but who knows what they're going to do.
Yeah, we got 20 characters total for launch. That leaked a little while ago. So there's a decent number left to announce.
I'm sure Hulk is going to be there. There's no way he's not going to be there.
Right.
It will be funny if they're just like all 4 Fantastic Four.
I mean, again, I'm flashing back to, God, what was it called in the Spider-Man cartoon? They called it like Secret Invasion or something. And it's like, this is nothing
Secret
like
Wars?
Yeah, Secret Wars. And
Secret
it's like,
Wars?
it's literally nothing
Yeah,
like that. And as I described last year on Big Think, when I watched that part, it was like, Spider-Man's like talking to an entity that could give him anyone in the world, and he's ordering superheroes like they're combo meals. I'll take all of the Fantastic Four. That's a good set. It's like, dude, what? You don't even fucking care. You don't even fucking care.
Yeah, you didn't figure that out. You're just like, there's 4 of those. That'll fill up my team quick.
Secret Wars is so funny because it's basically the first event comic ever, and all they could come up with is this godlike being wants to see the ultimate battle between good versus evil, so he's just gonna pick them out from Earth and put them on this planet.
Hell yeah. Get to what we want.
I'm sad the cartoon didn't include the part where one of the guys in the villain teams is Galactus, and he's like, You can't make me stay here. And one of the Doom goads one of the villains into trying to attack Galactus, and he gets instantly annihilated.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's cool that Magic's in another game. It's kind of crazy that she was just in Rivals and now she's here too.
Yeah, that's great.
And her design looks almost the same.
Also, I think Danger's neat. I have
no, she's probably a neat character.
Yeah.
I'm just
you just want
look,
Cyclops.
I want more X-Men. I want more X-Men.
It's a neat concept. I don't know about how she was ever written, considering Joss Whedon was behind her.
Not gonna worry about it. Not my concern. I'm talking about this fighting game. I don't want to know.
Yeah, the problem with, I feel like doing any kind of Marvel thing, like corporate is permanently at odds with the fans, because the fans want a shitload of X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
but Marvel's like, but we're not even making an X-Men movie right now.
Whose fault is
like,
that?
yes, that's your mistake.
Yeah, like it's insane. We're like 8 years past the Fox acquisition.
Honestly, it feels even longer. I wouldn't be surprised if it was even longer.
And they're not even going to start spinning up an X-Men movie until after Doomsday's out.
So, moving on. They revealed God of War Trilogy Remake is nowhere near done.
Yeah, they weren't even able to show us a single frame of the game.
But they
or
had
even
TC
like
Carson
a concept of anything. They showed us the logo.
And TC Carson's like, yep, I'm back. I do that Kratos voice.
Good.
And yes, good. I love the original Kratos actor. Like, the new one is good as well. I like them both a lot. They work really well in their specific things they do. I was still so worried they were just going to be like, well, we'll just get the newer guy. It's like he's got back problems. Like, it was hard enough to get through Ragnarok, and I worry about him.
Yeah.
And the original guy deserves more. The fact that they got a God of War anniversary thing, it was like 10 months ago now, because they even point out in this, they announced this in the final few months of the 20th anniversary of God of War. The final few months. It's almost the 11th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that TC Carson made it sound like he only in that fucking reunion Q&A thing realized the impact of what he did. He literally said something. It's insane. That man deserves so much more. Without him, there would be no trilogy. If they fucked up Kratos' delivery, the tone, no. Seriously, no way. I love Phil LaMarr, but if Phil LaMarr was Kratos, it would not have landed.
Yeah, no. Now Sony,
maybe
Sony,
and equally, if Vamp was TC Carson, he would not have landed.
Sony, you are bitch ass cowards forever, and every single piece of slander people throw against you is true. If you cut the sex mini games from those
100%,
games,
100%.
Yeah, no, you remaking these is scary.
If this is a hand wringing, has the same "we're sorry we made those cool games everyone liked because they weren't mature enough. We had to grow up tone. I'm gonna fucking light you up forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll never be able to live that down.
Yeah. We should light them on fire for the rest of time if they do that. One of the worst things about modern culture is how much the weird culture war we had in the era that caused the Dead or Alive thing has resulted in how sexless and sex negative modern culture is. It sucks so much. And if you fucking take the whole point of this dude's origin story is that he's shitty and sucks, and then you just go, he doesn't fuck anyone. He doesn't fuck complete strangers ever, actually.
That fucking shit in that Ragnarok DLC better be completely fucking disregarded. If you bring that shit into these remakes, I'm gonna fucking... Cause... I hate the shit in that DLC so much. I actually am totally fine with the story of those games, except for that DLC.
Oh, okay. we've had time. People have had time. I have chosen to not go back and experience that, one might say dozens of times by now. Let's fucking talk about it. I'll play the spoiler music.
So the thing that pisses me off is the whole DLC is Kratos getting therapy. That's literally what it is. He goes through the thing, and at the end he fights the actual Norse god of war. I forget, Ymir, is that what his fucking name is?
Tyr.
A Tyr. And at the end, it's like, yes, Kratos, you sold your soul to Ares and became the ghost of Sparta, but that was just because your family was in the city the barbarians were headed for, and you just wanted to protect them. You had good intentions the whole time.
I think Ascension...
And I hate that so... I hate that so much.
Does a little bit of that backpedaling.
Just don't do the you were traumatized in a minor shit to Kratos. It demeans oh, he did change between these two things. If it was like, well, he always had good intentions.
Right, yeah, no.
It just went wrong. Yeah. That's why he slaughtered all those people in the names of Ares after.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's...
if you're gonna do this run back where... Like, the point of those games is, oh, well, he got his revenge and was hollow, and then he had to go and start a new life and find something to actually live for, is completely belittled by the tragedy is also gone. But he did it to himself. How's that a tragedy? Have you seen a Greek tragedy?
Those
Have you read a Greek tragedy?
Meme.
Yeah.
It isn't tragic because they don't deserve it.
Right, no.
So anyway.
So it's just like, I'm just so scared that it's going to have that tone. It's like, please don't. Please just accept that you made a thing that was different from the things you make now, and that you don't need to turn the different thing from back then into the things you make now.
And I think you're completely justified in being afraid of that. I am also afraid of that. It would be completely disgusting and counter to the entire point of the thing. I hope it doesn't happen.
The good side is, like, I can't see old Kratos delivering lines like that. I'm sorry, Zeus. I was traumatized and a minor. It's like, no, that isn't going to happen. Which they did. I guess they did literally announce the Kratos is a traumatized minor game after that.
They did.
So they announced God of War Sons of Sparta from Megacat Studios / Sony Santa Monica. It's out now and $30, and it's 2D pixel art action platformer game, and that's weird.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I don't really want to play as Kratos, baby. Like, I want Kratos to be Kratos when I play as him. I don't know. It's not very exciting to play as baby Kratos.
No, wait. This is good. We can work with this. One second. PlayStation babies. Make a whole fucking video game.
This also goes in more on, like, now his brother's
we got Jim Henson in charge of Sony now?
Yeah, Jim Henson's in charge. We're doing it.
Actually, this one's
it was so insane
fault.
to find... It was so insane to find out that the whole Muppet Babies thing was just Jim Henson being bizarrely obsessed with the idea.
Jim Henson do be bizarrely obsessed with ideas.
Yes.
And cheating on his wife.
He was bizarrely obsessed with ideas such as cheating on his wife. Yeah, I don't know. Bob, we streamed everything but God of War Ragnarok.
God, we did, didn't we?
And it was a great time.
Wait.
Nope, we did everything. We did everything.
That's crazy.
Except for the Java phone game.
Yeah, and you can't really do Ragnarok. That would be a game that beats Crack in Time. Jesus Christ.
Nah, we'd be fine.
Yeah, that game is enormous.
Nah, it'd be fine.
We can at least streamline it. We don't need to do any side stuff.
Yeah,
we just think like some of the best stuff is the side stuff.
Yep.
That's okay.
I heard that a lot during that Game of the Year. Yes.
No, if I had just Ryan straight through that game, I feel like I would be even more put off by that ending that's way too abrupt and bad.
Yep. I have no idea what that would feel like. That's definitely not exactly how I played that game and how I felt. I thought the ending was... I wasn't as disappointed by the ending, but I did absolutely just blast through that game and do some of the side contact, but not... I wouldn't even say most.
God, you called it Ragnarok, and then the Ragnarok, the event, is like 20 minutes and sucks. That's just wrong.
Sorry, I didn't hit that button fast enough. Hey, I'm going to talk about that thing I was going to talk about earlier. We're talking about it now. Sony has, as we brought up at the beginning of the State of Play, 2 games that were announced prior to this. I guess you could say 3. Saros. Well, I mean, they also make Marathon. Anyways, Saros, Wolverine, and Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. And we're like, they're running low. We need more hype for Sony. We need faith in the PlayStation platform. They need to announce something. And they announce a remake of the first 3 God of War games in a 2D pixel side-scrolling action platformer.
I'm so curious. Like Sony Santa Monica must have been making. They must have something else.
They better.
Unless we find out that they wasted 4 years on something.
Yeah, I hope this isn't what they have Cory Balrog working on. I want him to be making a new thing.
Yeah, we heard he was making a new thing, I think.
Yeah, he's still working on the new thing.
Unless they lied about how far along this is, and then summer it's like, we lied, actually, here it's like out in 2027, which probably not, but you never know.
It could come out in 2027. I think 2028 is much more likely, 2028 or later. This is undoubtedly being made by Bluepoint. I bet it's Sony, Santa Monica, and Bluepoint.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I would love if these, instead of being like full remakes, are just basically souped up remasters with better graphics, like Demon Souls remake.
Yeah, I like the new God of War gameplay. I wouldn't, but
you don't need to do that to 3 whole games. Like that's just too much.
Know.
That's like the FF7 problem of like, you ruined your entire company by doing this.
Here's the thing, though. You can tell the story of the first 3 God of Wars, and its scope is way smaller than Ragnarok.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if there is a couple places where they could shove side quests in there, which I bet they would if it's the new kind.
And I like the new style of gameplay. I never want to play through God of War 1 again.
Yeah, that is
the gambit here. The cost here is that we're all risking them doing this stupid fucking sex negative shit. That's the cost. That's the only apprehension I have, where I'm just like, no, I think it's really neat, the idea of you remaking, because the difference between this and FF7 Remake is this is remaking the story, the whole story. The first 3 games is one story. Final Fantasy VII took a game and split it up into 3 games. They are going in opposite directions. So, like, that's fine to me, because, again, its scope would be smaller than Ragnarok. It just... I don't want them to make decisions.
The original God of War trilogy is so much spectacle that doesn't fit into the fucking camera angle of those new games. So I feel like that alone would preclude them from doing that. Like, you can't do the shit at the start of God of War 3 with that camera angle.
Sure you could.
Or Kratos is... It would suck. It would be terrible and not impressive at all. Like, you're going to have, like, Kratos riding on top of Gaia as she climbs the mountain and guys come down and you fight them. Like, well, you're down. It's right over his shoulder. They're like hopping down. We have a little divot on her shoulder to be the combat arena. Like, we can't have Poseidon throw the giant water snakes at you. That's hard.
I think some really crazy stuff happens in Ragnarok that shows they could do something that was approximately that cool.
I don't know. God of War 3 is so big.
And yet it felt really weird when we played through it, because it was like, man, we really just go up and then down and then up again. It's kind of strange. You could shorten
most
parts.
of the God of War series.
Another reason why maybe combining them all into one story means you don't have to pad out certain events. You can make
it would also just be weird to remake a game where you can jump into a game where you can't jump.
Yeah, no, you'd have to change the design of so much.
But yeah,
So
I think it will probably be the like the original style, because otherwise the benefit of doing a remake, you know what you're making, is gone because you would have to redesign literally everything.
Yeah, and this will be another project that takes 7 years or something.
ugh.
It's got the same gameplay format and camera as the originals, but for some reason you have the Spartan axe.
That would be another thing. Like, shut the fuck. That would be another thing that would just make me turn off immediately. It's like, you couldn't come up with anything else. I get God of War 1 only has one other weapon, but you could make a different weapon. I'd even be fine with the spear, because he gets a spear in that PSP one, and it's awesome.
And it's awesome.
It is, and they gave him the same spear in that PS or that remake they just announced. Not remake, that new game, the Sons of Sparta.
And also he gets the Rock'em Sock'em Fists in 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he gets the Rock'em Sock'em Fists. He gets Hades' hooks, and I think there's one other thing he gets.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. I mostly just spend it scared, being like, I would be so fucking angry if they took it sex.
Yeah, no,
that is my number one.
They did that,
concern.
and they could easily remove Kratos just being a villain. Like, he needs to actually be a bad guy.
That would, to me, that is all one core with him, because it builds.
Sorry, like, rather than copy what they've done in the newer games with his character and backport it, they just go full Ratchet and Clank movie on his character.
Aggro, we haven't watched that. We wouldn't know.
Yeah. Please look forward to it.
Aggro, a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you did to deserve this? Because you did something.
No, I bought every Ratchet and Clank game. I bought the PSP once.
You did something to deserve having to watch it again. What do you think that is? Why do you think you're here today?
Well, you see, every so often, Aggro has dreams where he's yelling at a bunch of guys in a meeting room, and there's some kind of talk about showers. Real confusing.
Okay, no further questions.
It was clearly the saboteurs.
What I was going to say to get my nuanced point out, instead of people running wild with their imaginations, the immaturity and hollowness of Kratos is all wrapped up. Him being a piece of shit and him fucking complete strangers and all of that is all one piece. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, and if you remove the sex scene, it doesn't make as much sense for him to kill Hephaestus, because he didn't cuck him. And honestly, as stupid as the story of those games are, I do think there's something a little bit great about, at the very end, he learns that his whole fucking revenge crusade was part of which god is it? Athena's plan. And he's like, fuck you, and stabs himself. I think that's great.
It is great, and
it's really funny in fucking God of War when she just starts talking to him, and he literally goes, Aqua Teen Carl. He's like, go away. God damn it.
Man, I so wish in Ragnarok we got more development of that angle.
Because she never dies. She could theoretically be floating around out there.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right.
Honestly,
in that first 2018 game,
on the softening thing, it already annoys me that they kind of have this tone of everybody going, "Don't worry about what you did back in Greece, Kratos. They all deserved it." I'm like, they did, but you shouldn't write that into the literal dialogue.
They just want Kratos to feel better and to heal as a person.
I actually was like, oh, I need to see if Jaffe is like tweeting about this.
I think it's a missed opportunity that they didn't have Atreus' voice actor be Kratos in that platformer. I think that would have been funny. It's like, yeah, he's his son.
He hasn't tweeted since I announced it. Let me go over
On
to
Twitter, yes, actually.
Okay. Yeah, of course he's more on Twitter than Blue Sky.
Yeah, he's more on Twitter than Blue Sky.
I will not
'cause of
explain.
course.
I will not elaborate. Grok, take off David Jaffe's clothes. Thank you.
That's the only reason we come to this site.
Yeah, he's tweeting.
Yeah, it basically just says, yeah, there's a new God of War game.
He made a video. I guess we'll have to check out that video. That's it, though. That was the end of the state of play. I do think the outlook on Sony's portfolio is real rough if their solution to we've run out of games is we're remaking the first 3 God of Wars. You know, those games from nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah, like what's next? Like, well, instead of a new Ratchet game, we're having them remake Up Your Arsenal and Going Commando.
Dope.
I mean, yeah, that's way better, honestly.
just give them to me. Just give them to me. Just give all the old shit to me. You don't need to remake it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Jim Ryan
hope they
need to remake it.
I so hope this part of this is just giving us the old versions of those as well.
They better.
Because all you can do is sell more.
Yeah, I know, right? So Fair Games still didn't show up. Is there another MIA
Sony game?
Sony game?
Sony service game?
Service game, yeah.
So we never got a name,
so.
And it hasn't been baking long enough, but there are technically 2. One of them is the dude who came over from the company that exploded that was former Call of Duty people making their own studio. So Sony has a game with that guy.
And then the frog game?
The Gummy Bears project or whatever it was called from
Oh.
Bungie, and they got their own studio. So those are the 2. And chat's pointing out Horizon Hunters Gatherers, but that's not MIA.
That was just announced.
That only
That's
just
not-
got announced, and
Right.
thank God they removed it from this, because oh my God, if they had added that, the score from each of us would have gone down. Unless Aggro, was that game for you? Is Hunters Gathering?
Could they have made a trailer convincing you it was for you in under a minute?
Look, I feel like there's a linguistic quirk happening here that is misleading. This game was not designed to satisfy all of my desires. This game was made with me as a target. This game is a trick that I am intended to fall for. And I'm going to.
Cool.
You can see the cardboard box with the stick holding it up, and you're just going right in.
You're like, holy shit, free carrot.
Sure, it's crooked, but it's the only game in town.
Anyways, that did it for the state of play. It was honestly pretty great state of play. Pretty great. Lots of unbelievably cool shit shown and announced there.
Basically none from Sony, but
And none made by Sony. Technically, Tokon is them. So if that looked great to you, then that's it for this episode of Big Thing to Mention. Reminder, tomorrow Bob and I are playing Castlevania 64, a game I've never beaten before in my life. And Chris, what do you got going on?
I'm going to see if the console version of Wonderful 101 works.
yeah.
Hey, Dr. Aggro, what are you up to?
You ever heard of Blue Man Group?
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the news.
Okay. Will do. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Thing to Mention. Big Thing to Mention is only possible because of you and your support at patreon.com/gbpodcast, which helps us afford food and clothes and rent and gasoline and car payments and insurance and cell phone plans and internet and equipment when it breaks, which it's always doing, and maybe like a Snickers. That's patreon.com/gbpodcast.
What's going on? I'm scared.